Through corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
Hampton League Live. Welcome to your live coverage of the 3YBFM Hampton League Live Match of the Day, right here on Streamer, Australia's premier community sports streaming platform. The best coverage of local footy and netball on the Great South Coast starts now. For Warrnambool Nissan, Baitness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool. This is the 3YBFM Hampton League Live Match of the Day, live and free on Streamer.
Warrnambool and Madden's Lawyers.
94.5 3YBFM.
Welcome back to Hampton League Live. Day 2 of the final series about to get underway. Portland enter the arena. Captain Daniel Jackson, he's up and about. The Tigers are up and about, and so they should be. They are running onto a very, very wet and muddy Koroit Recreation Reserve this afternoon, but a nice crowd getting in here. And if you're joining us for the first time, the Blues won the under-18s comfortably over Portland. Portland defeated Hamilton in the reserves by 6 points. And then we're waiting to see what happens here between Portland and Warrnambool in this elimination final this afternoon. Sun shining out here now, and it looks like there's a bit of break in the weather too. I don't expect us to get much more rain, if any, as this afternoon progresses. Wegsy Dowie, you are tipping the Warrnambool Blues in a close one. Possum Kelly, who are you going with here?
You know what, boys? I'm going to go for the Tigers. I reckon Portland are a big chance today. I like the look of their side. I think they've got a lot of little nippy running players, and yeah, I'm going to go for the Tigers in a close one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a real tight contest. As we know, goals are going to be like gold this afternoon.
Yes.
Scotty Carter, you sticking with your Blues, mate, or are you thinking the Tigers might cause a little mini upset?
No, I'm pretty confident about the Blues today, Stewie. I think conditions will suit their style of play, as Wigsy's mentioned before, mate. So happy to be on the Blues. But I think you boys are going to have a bit of a challenge later in the game, boys, distinguishing these two sides.
Do you know what? I was just looking there, Tilt, and we were just talking about this in the break. The only leading or helping light, I think, is that Portland are in the white shorts.
Yes, but they mightn't be white for too long, Stewie.
No, they mightn't be white, but you'll still get a little glimpse of a bit of white action, I think, coming through. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough old day at the office.
If you don't know them, Stewie, just make them up, mate.
That's it, big fella. That is it. So, looking forward to this contest. I'm going for the Blues in a tight one. As I said off the top, if the sun was shining here today and we had conditions like yesterday, I would have been tipping Portland.
Yeah, for sure. So, I tell you, one person won't be overly happy about the state of the ground will be Chris McLaren.
Hey, boys, I've just got Justin Impey with me here, boys.
Yeah, go for it, Till.
Mate, what do you make conditions here? She's pretty heavy deck.
Oh, she's very heavy deck. It's going to be a very slogfest, so hopefully we've got it in us.
The other thing, mate, a bit of a whisper going around our town this week in Warrnambool. Ballantyne's he on a bit of an injury cloud?
Yeah, he was just over last week. He just did a bit of a rolling of the ankle, so yeah, we did a did a fitness test on Friday, and yeah, 100%. So that was good.
And last question, mate. Played the Blues a couple of weeks ago. I thought Proctor done a super job on Cody. We like to see that match up today.
Yeah, that's probably given that one. So yeah, he done a really good job, and probably today with the conditions, it's going to probably go in our favour. I think he's sort of more of a flary sort of player, likes to win the ball in the air. So hopefully we can bring it to ground and get our run behind it. So yeah, it'll be good.
Thanks, Justin. Good luck for this big final, mate.
Thank you. Can't wait.
Good stuff down there, Tilt. And, so Proctor to go to Cody, which will be one of the key matchups. Any other matchups are we thinking, boys?
Well, you wonder whether you'd think that young Walsh and Bidmate, and they had a great battle there. It was a few weeks ago at the Reed Oval. Both wingers who like to get back and also push forward. So you've got that one probably going on. You know, who goes to Sharp? It's probably going to be a Finn Radley. Sam Cowling, he's been playing back.
Does Tyler Manane on Huppets maybe? Like he'll just kind of keep him pretty progressed.
But then you got Tanner Lovell.
What about Jackson Bell, boys? I don't think they got him three-wheel off half back.
Exactly. That was the other one you're going to mention. But they've got to put some time into Jackson Bell because he is in career best form playing off half-back flank.
Would that maybe be like a Daniel Jackson, just to make him a little bit accountable? Because Jacko can obviously hurt you the other way. He has been playing a bit forward this year, then moving into the midfield at times.
Yeah, I think like over the years it's been make them accountable by playing. You know, you've still someone who's got good forward craft or it might be you're just going to play a pure shutdown role on Jackson Bell and you're just going to follow him. He'll take you to where the ball's going. So, but that'll be an interesting one. So, look, it'll be I suppose they'll feel each other out a little bit in terms of who's going where, and they would have all had their plans and stuff. Now, does any of it go out the window because of the conditions? Possibly. But, yeah, we're going to find out.
Tildy, they've had the toss, and it looks to me as though Portland won that toss and they will be kicking to the Warrnambool end.
Yeah, interesting, though. Definitely going to the Warrnambool end, mate. I'm not sure which way the toss went, but... Look, I'm not really sure about advantage scoring-wise, boys, but to me the breeze feels like it's blowing pretty much across to this ground, which you defend out this side of the oval that you're commentating from. And if you're brave enough and good enough to get it out that far side, that's where the attacking side of the ground is.
So,
Burns and Cowling, you'd think. Wiggs, Cowling goes to Burns, I think.
Yeah, probably traditional centre forward, centre half back.
Reggie Mast looks like he's going forward. Radley as well as Cody. Morgan Morris goes down forward as well. Low there, and also Walters.
And Sam Carter's got the job on Jeff Garlett like he did a couple of weeks ago, boys, up the road oval.
Good young kid, Carter. He's had a good year, and what a great thrill for him to be playing on someone like Jeffy Garlett. So, umpire, he holds the ball aloft, and let's get this elimination final between the Warrnambool Blues and the Portland Tigers underway, Poss.
Yeah, it's Malcolm and Weymouth. Malcolm got a little tap on it. It never went to any advantage. It was 1-2 high paid. It's going to go to Manane. Expect him to get a fair bit of it today. Manane drives it forward. Reggie Mast comes out. He'll take a mark uncontested on the chest, Reg. He reels around his left foot. Kicks it towards Cody, I think it is. And he's taken the mark, the first of the afternoon, Luke Cody. So good, quick ball movement, Wiggsy. Something that, you've got to do that early while the conditions, while the ball's dry and it's reasonably easily to move it.
Yeah, absolutely. So Manane's gone to. He looks like he's gone to Hubbard, Stewie. You called that, but like if you had a dream scenario in terms of how the first minute plays out, centre clearance, mark, and Cody's obviously the one you probably want the ball in the hands.
Great season, leading goal kicker. He's only 35 out directly in front, and he's kicked it to the left and he's missed. So first score on the scoreboard here this afternoon. That's the Solomons Flooring and Blind scoreboard. The Blues won behind at 1 point. Portland yet to score 1 minute first quarter.
And Jay Moody to bring the ball back in for the Portland Tigers. That would have been a cracking start to the Blues, especially kicking up into that end, which has been the non-scoring end in reserves football. So Moody runs his full quota, kicks out wide, looking for targets. The big man Malcolm, good gather. Handballs back there to a teammate, and that was Barbary. He gets it on to Jennings. Jennings now left foot. Kick goes through the middle of the ground. Slippery pill. Jackson Bell. Oh, he does well there, Jackson. Beautiful play to Weymouth. Plays on quickly to Wells, who kicks further afield. That's a good mark by Radley. So you wouldn't believe we're playing in muddy conditions. He's got Reggie Mast on over the top. Can it get there? Oh, big hit. And a good mark going back there was Ubergang.
Good grab
for the Portland Tigers, and put that one down as a Peterbolt's Bridgestone highlight of the day. Tildy Carter, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus.
Yeah, well, it's interesting to match up Bell and Ballantyne, boys. A couple of qualities there. I'm not sure if it's Ballantyne's gait, boys, but he looks to be running with a bit of a stone issue at the moment, I must say. Whether he's carrying an ankle or not, I'm not sure. Maybe that's just his running gait. I haven't seen him play a lot.
Yeah, it's a free kick here pulled out. It's going to go to Wells. So Wells for the Blues, kicks it deep into the foot, and up they go, and a good mark taken down there by Moody for Portland. So Moody switches, goes across the ground. So they're trapped in that deep pocket at the moment. So this might be Piergross. So kicks down the line. Little Jai Turlin's got his job up against it there against Big Moody. It comes back to Turlin though in the end. He kicks it long looking for Cody. He's out positioned and a good mark taken. They'll relieve off the halfback flank the Tigers. Might have been a free kick paid. No, said the umpire. Comes out there towards Walters. Walters got it back to Weymouth. Weymouth's little grubber went as far as Wells. Favoured him. Gets a little kick short. That's a good kick too, and it's come off. And the mark's been taken only about 25 metres out directly in front, and I think it's Reggie Mast it is. So Reggie been prominent early, and he'll go back and try and put the first on the board for the Blues. So they're doing all the attacking early in this first quarter. We're just over 3 minutes in, and it's their third shot on goal. So Mast Comes in, left footer, drop punt. It's on an old wobbler, but it might have done enough. No, it hasn't. It's just faded to the right. So second behind on the scoreboard. 2 points. The Warrnambool Blues. Portland yet to score. 3.5 minutes first quarter. Wiggsy,
Yeah,
you've got to make the most of your opportunities.
Absolutely. Posse took the words out of your mouth there. We saw this a few weeks ago against Koroit, so they're dominating at the moment inside 50s, Warrnambool, but they've got to, again, what have they had? They've had 6 inside 50s, 3 marks already in the game. Portland haven't been past that half forward, but Warrnambool need a bit of reward for effort.
Free kick goes to Portland. They're just trying to get out of their defensive 50. Malcolm dives on the football, stacks on the middle, and we will have a ball up. Umpire Lockheed standing out like a beacon out there today. Sun glistening off that scone. So Weymouth will go up against Malcolm. They'll go at each other all day. Doesn't like changing much, Malcolm. He just gets into the groove of thing. Here goes Huppets. He just steps through traffic. Good play. Kicks further afield. Good fist away that time by Radley, who just goes again and kicks it off the ground. Gathered by Portland. That was Jennings, but I'll take a nice mark under a bit of pressure. Was Timms. He plays on quickly. His kick was smothered. That was by Jackson. Little chip kick to Walters. So Geordie Walters now nearly at the true centre-half forward position. Swings onto that right boot, kicks to the hot spot. Plenty of players there. One of those was Radley. Cody gets a quick kick out of the pack. High up and under. Turlin sits under a great grab. In these conditions, he's only small little turtle, but that was a cracking grab, and he's had another sensational season. And Jai Turlin will go back and have a shot on goal 25 metres out directly in front. But no shot today, boys, is easy.
Especially from where he's kicking, like right in the middle of the ground, which is probably where the play's been concentrating, the under-18s in the second. So he's kicking from a pretty muddy spot. But again, it's so early, but I think Warren people are going, they need a goal.
So here comes Turlin. Comes in, strikes it well. Turtle goes bang. And Jai Turlin draws first blood for the Blues, and they go to 1-2-8. They lead the Portland Tigers yet to score. That's on the National Tile scoreboard. Good finish. In these conditions, goals in particular up that end are going to be so important.
Absolutely, and again, they've just had repeat entries, Warrnambool. So, but 8 inside 50s. They've already taken 5 marks. I think Portland need to be on alert. Like that, Warrnambool are good enough. They're going to lower their eyes. They're not just going to bomb it. The conditions now, actually, other than the ground being heavy, are pretty good. So, Portland, I feel like their defenders need to close the gap.
First blood to the Blues. Malcolm and Weymouth again, centre bounce. Malcolm Weymouth actually got it down in the end and went to Huppets. Diving in there for the Blues was Dwyer. He couldn't handle it. He just about threw it out there, Malcolm, but it worked because he got it out to Ubergang. Ubergang kicks into the forward line. First time for the Portland Tigers today. It's in the mud pot down there in the half-forward flank. It's grabbed by Radley. Radley's handball over the top was good. Went to Walters. Walters' little grubber up the line. Getting in there first was Moody. Pushed off it by Mast. Mast got it across, but was taken away by Lovell. That was Cade. Cade Lovell gets it again. Squares it up. Good kick. And marking in the centre there for the Tigers is Tanner Lovell. So Tanner Lovell goes wide, looking for Sharp on a lead, but a good spore from behind was by Cowling. It came out to Turlin. Turlin were a leave out to the win there. Here's a running race. It's got to Bidmaid. He's got too much toe, Bidmaid. Has a touch of the ground. Gets onto his left foot. Goes short. Good kick. Well done. And gets it back again. He might kick a goal. Will he, Bidmaid? This will bring the house down.
That's it. That's your goal of the day right there.
That is a magnificent goal. And that is a Lucas Brothers Butchers Schrag of the day. If you've ever seen one, 2-2-14 the Blues. Yet to score the Portland Tigers down on the boundary line for B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions. That's how you do it, Tildy Carter.
Beautiful goal, wasn't it? We've said it all season. Liam Bidmate on his left foot, a bit of time and space in front of him. He's a dangerous player and super play. It's dream start for the Blues at the moment, boys. Absolutely dominating general play.
Yeah, they are absolutely in everything at the moment. And Liam Bidmate, what a season he's had. He was having a bit of brekkie up at Beaches this morning, and he was tucking into a bit of Eggs Benedict, and it certainly worked for the big man, that is for sure. That was sensational. One of the goals of the year, especially in these conditions. Portland, what have they got in the tank? Oh, Radley again. He started this contest well. He's just hitting it nice and hard. Goes and gets it. His kick was smothered. Good tackle. Goes back there further afield to Steer, who's just happy to find and kick for touch. We'll have a ball up right in front of us.
They're just getting the balance right at the moment, Warrnambool. They're kicking when they need to, but they're also lowering their eyes. They're using angles, short kicking, so they've got a real good balance and a great setup behind the ball. So it's all starting from their defence spoils, where they're forward half or defensive half spoils. They've been really impressive.
But a good start to the Warrnambool Blues here. So Malcolm and Weymouth, they're going to go at each other all afternoon. There goes Lovell. That's Tanner. High up and under. Going back. Radley again. Oh, nearly juggles it. Cowling mops up. Good play there. That was sling tackle. Yes, it was. And the free kick's going to go to Bell. He's holding the ball. Gee whiz. So the free kick goes to Jackson Bell. I saw that one wrong. Totally different. It was on Ballantyne, who you reckon? You're right, Tildy. He might be just carrying that ankle just ever so slightly, big fella. All thanks to Koroit Pharmacy.
I'm not sure if it's his running gait, Stewie, but he just looks proppy to me.
So here you go, the Tigers again. That Radley, nice kick forward. He's beaten everything too. Just repelling plenty of attacks. Cody comes out and meets Moody. Proctor's there, gets the handball further afield. This is where the kick's got to be good, and is taking a nice chest mark. There was Tommy Burns.
Yeah, this is Burns, good player, good young player, heading to Darwin this year to play some footy too. Gets it across the ball, went over the top there to Hunter. He couldn't control it. Steer could, but only as far as Moody's been good in defence early for the Tigers. Ball comes back over there towards Manane. He overran it. Come back to Burns. Might have got one too high, yes, said the umpire. And Tommy Burns will mark right in front of the commentary box here this afternoon. Early stages, first quarter. The Blues lead 14-0. Comes out to Turlin. Got it to Van Beek. Van Beek under pressure. Comes to Wells. He might have dropped it. He did. That was Walters. And the free kick's going to go to Portland. And it's going to be taken by little Cody Jones. So Jones, dead set centre wing in the glue pot. So he's going to try and pick out an option, or he might have no option. In fact, no, he'd give the handball off in the end. This is Moody, so Moody's kick goes long. Marking contest, up they go. It's knocked down towards Manane. He couldn't run onto it. The first to recover there was little Jeffy Garlett. Jeffy goes in there again and applies the tackle. Comes out to Cowling, couldn't control it. Now he can. He get it over the top to Radley. Radley will run onto it, but getting there first for Portland was really good. That was Lovell, Tanner. So, but the Blues win it back. Kick down the ground. Grabbed by Reggie Mast. Isaac Dwyer's in there too. Manane got it, couldn't handball it. Might have dropped it, he did, and a free kick will go to the Tigers. Half-forward flank, and they'll go into attack.
Yeah, this is Daniel Jackson, of course, the former Maskell medalist. Just wiping that pill. Goals are going to be at a premium this afternoon. You can see it on the screens. It is really, really muddy where Portland are kicking to right at the moment. Kick comes forward. Kick off the ground, goes through the hands of Lowe. He's good enough to go and get it again. He just bangs it on the boot. The ball just sits up. Look at that wind. You can see it strong there. Well, dropping, not an easy mark in these conditions is Piergross. Coming back there is young Wells. What a year he's had, the young kid. Beautiful kick at the end to Radley. And that's Amon. Just wants to steady the ship down because he had no one really to kick to because all the Blues had pushed up. So he's played that really, really well. Gets some penetration in the kick, goes forward. Cody at the bottom of the pack. Could have been taken high. Umpire says no. In the end, it was a good tackle by Proctor. And we will have a ball up. So 2-2-14 the Blues. Portland yet to score. National Tile scoreboard.
Yeah, at least contracting time clock. Almost 12 minutes played first quarter. Malcolm and Radley this time. Malcolm got the tap down. It favoured his teammate up and goes high. This is Radley getting back again. That was Finn. He couldn't control it. The ball's gone over the line, out of bounds. It'll be a boundary throw-in right in front of the bar here at Koroit this afternoon. Bathed in sunshine now. And, well, we've got a contest on our hands. Wigsy, early days, Senate's account and stats inside 50.
Yeah, look, it's 1 to Portland and 9 to Warrnambool. And again, you look behind the ball here, Jackson Bell free, Finn Radley free. So even if Portland get it forward, they're going to struggle to keep it.
Van Beek got it down. It came out to Mitchie bit, mate. Little kick underneath, only went as far as Daniel Jackson. It's a chance to go forward now for the Tigers. That was a good kick to Lovell. This is Tanner Lovell. Goes inboard. Another good kick too. Big Benny Malcolm. He was interfered with front on. He'll get the free kick. Gives it across. Back again there to Jackson. If he controls it, he's in business. He does. Left foot kick. Good kick to the left. Jeffy couldn't quite carry. Bounced up like the Indian rubber man did Jeffy. Kicks it across the ground, but doesn't favour anyone except for Radley again. Now he goes short. Running onto it for the Tigers there was Burns. So he gets it across to a teammate in Toby Jennings, and Jennings has kicked, quite hit a target. It's gone over the line out of bounds right in front of the visitors' rooms here at Croydon this afternoon. So we're about halfway through this first quarter, of course, brought to you on that scoreboard by Solomon's Flooring and Blinds, and Portland are yet to score. The Blues are 2-2-14.
We've spoken about the breeze. It does look like it's definitely favouring the Murray Goldman end. So yeah, Portland probably you'd be kicking with the aid of a breeze, and it feels like it's picking up at the moment a bit too.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Wiggs? You can kind of hear it blowing into the microphones. Quick kick comes out for the Blues defence once again. Good handball over the top to Jackson. He goes further afield to that is Hunter. Under pressure, good strong tackle applied there from Mitchie Bidmade, and the ball goes out of bounds, and we will have a boundary throw in. Decent crowd. It's pretty ordinary conditions. It was earlier in particular. So the Blues off to a fly, kicking into the breeze in this first term. They lead 2-2-14. Portland yet to score. National Tile scoreboard driven into the ground there was young Morgan. He was good last week. Van Beek, the big ruckman. He just kicked forward. Portland got plenty of numbers behind this football. Moody flew at the contest. Radley could have been taken without it. Coming through there nice and strong was Connor Peters. And the boys not happy with the attention. Ski to know each other. The coach, Lockie Huppets, throwing his little bit of weight around as well. Tildy, all thanks to B&B there, still swinging the changes, even though it's pretty wet.
Yeah, it's pretty wet, mate. Both sides rotating heavily, and that was a win then for Warrnambool because they came out looking at a 3-on-6 situation. They're good enough to make a stoppage out of that and take some territory.
Free kick off the ball here. It's going to go to Dwyer for the Blues. Kicks it down the line. Up they go. Out the back was Radley, but he couldn't control it before he went over the line and out of bounds. So 2-2-14 Warrnambool. Portland yet to score. We played 15 minutes on the Lee's contracting time clock, and they'll be cock-a-hoot today. Damien Lee and the boys, no doubt about that.
So boys, you look here, like Portland got four forwards, forward to centre, and Warrnambool got, say, 6 or 7 defenders. So if they're going to chain out, that might work. But again, we spoke about making sure Warrnambool's halfback, particularly Jackson Bell, are accountable. So
free kick to Dwyer here, hanging on too long, goes across the ground. They try to get some traction, but nobody can. Big Benny Malcolm can. He got it out there towards little Jackson. Now it's a running race. Try to kick it off the ground. There was the Portland Tigers. It came back towards little Turl, and he couldn't control it. Comes out towards Huppets. He's handball now. Now it comes towards Huppets. He's got 3 to beat as the Warrnambool Blue, and that was Wells. He done pretty well in the end, but Jennings has got it for Portland. He dodges one. You can't dodge too many in these conditions, Toby, and he's been pinged for holding the ball.
It's interesting here, Weeks. Like it's the setup is it's like Portland are kicking into the wind, and Warrnambool are kicking with the wind, isn't it? The way they're setting up, it's bizarre, isn't it?
I agree. They need to even up while they've got this advantage.
So Timms' kick goes long. Underneath it, handball over the top came to Huppets. Might have been pushed in the back. No, said the umpire. It's picked up by Reggie Master. He's going nowhere. There'll be a ball up right in front of us in the commentary position here this afternoon. 16 and a half minutes plays Lee's time clock. 2-2-14. The Blues yet to score the Portland Tigers.
So Malcolm and Weymouth. It was a 0-0 draw. A little flick forward, off the ground goes Walters, doesn't get much traction. Lovell gets a handball. That was a front-on contact. Gee whiz, that wind's got well and truly up downstairs. The free kick's going to go to young Wells. Geez, he was good last week, and I've been impressed with him so far in this contest as well. That's really got up that breeze. So kick goes forward. Radley's the target. Goes through his hands, wrapped up his pig roast, who's had a magnificent 2025 as well for the Portland Tigers. So, Tildy, as we go downstairs to you, I reckon this wind seems to have picked up again. It kind of died off there for a patch, didn't it?
It's definitely blowing.
It's pretty strong now, boys, for sure. And, if you're kicking the footy into that corridor, into that breeze, you've just got to be spot on with it because, you just can't get a good footing underneath to make a mark if it's not spot on.
Huppert just goes to barrel that time. He just wants to get some ground. Malcolm does well, gets the handball there to Lovell. That's Tanner, goes through the hands of a teammate have not seen much of Tommy Sharp. Oh, he put that one down. That was a sensation. That was Jennings. We know he's skillful, this kid, and he just sells a little bit of candy. Just the kick on the left, though, cut off and taking a nice intercept mark there was Geordie Walters. Good to see him back for the Blues today, Wiggs.
Yeah, so Walters, he's had an interrupted year with injury, as we know, so comes out wide. It's only going to favour Portland, and that was Moody, but eventually it comes back towards Morgan. Manane got it back. That was nicely done to Radley. He's kicked down the ground. In fact, that was Morgan. Now there's a contest on the wing. Portland are going to win out. Little chip over the top. Risky. Oh, Hupper stood under his courage.
Great grab.
And took a magnificent mark. He handballs it over the top, and it's come towards Barbary.
And Tildy, just keep an eye on Huppets, because that was Karoy Pharmacy and Peter Bowles Bridgestone. That was a sensational grab.
Yeah, it was, mate. Leading from the front then.
So it's Malcolm up against Big Opie Weymouth. They're just going to go at each other majority of the day. Malcolm's been pretty good to start this game, wrapped up in a strong tackle there.
So at one end you got Jackson Bell who's free, and the other end you got Jay Moody who's free. It looks like he's just limping a little bit, Jay Moody.
The Portland guy should push up on the Jackson Bell, mate. Let Fletcher Timms go in there.
Absolutely, yep.
Yeah, you're right. That's the way I'd be going too. Walters gets the result, free kick here for the Blues, so he's going to drive them into attack. We've played 19 minutes of this first term. Blues 2-2-14 kicking into the breeze. I think he's kicked that straight out of bounds on the full. That shows how strong that breeze is now.
You're going to see a fair bit of play up your end there, Stewie, I think, with this breeze blowing to this side of the ground, mate.
Doesn't happen very often when we call the footy. It's always over the other side, generally. So Portland kicking with a 3 to 4 goal breeze, but it is very, very wet and muddy conditions. Squaring up there to Ubergang. Ubergang's got a player on further afield. That's Edwards over the top. Just missed the target. It's Radley again. Finn, he's been rock solid defence. Goes and gets it again, spins out of trouble, too high, and will get the resultant free kick far out of side. Blues into attack again, Poss.
Wiggsy, the opportunities that Portland are getting, they're just penetrating that half-forward line at the moment.
No, they overcooked that one, but yeah, Warrnambool definitely winning the territory battle at the moment.
It's a free kick here, is going to go to the Tigers. It's way over on that far outer side. So the free kick be taken over there by Jennings, I think it was. Now they're on hands and knees. That kick wasn't great. Came out to Wells. Little grubber goes forward. But chipping in there for Portland was Brett Ubergang. He goes short again. Now they're off. This might be Piergross. Gets it out towards Huppets. Comes back in board again. So they're a chance to go forward this time. That's better use of the footy by the Tigers. And a little chip over the top. Running onto it there was Sharp. That was a good handball over the top to Jackson. But now he's come undone and it's holding the ball. The free kick's going to go to Warrnambool.
Just inviting the pressure a little bit. Yeah, just
overusing it a little bit.
Yeah.
And so this is Walters again for the Blues.
And that's probably their style, though, is that we spoke about before the game.
Yeah.
Yep. So Walters.
It's been good today, Walters, so far.
It's been their best, sorry.
So he'll kick long. Be a marking contest. Up they go. Nobody could really take an effective mark. Came to Manane. His kick was partially smothered. It came out to Ubergang. Ubergang's got numbers inside. One of them's Moody. Now he's got another player wider if he wants to use him. He will in the end. And this might be Piergross. There's a chance if he can pick it up. He does. He dodges. In fact, that was Cade Lovell. Goes down the line, but again cut off on that half-back line. This time it's Steer. Little chip over the top went to Manane. Manane wanted to go back to Steer, but he slipped over. Now he'll elect to go to Walters. He slipped over. This will allow Portland in. There's a chance at ground level there for Lovell. That was Tanner. Again, they're repelled here, this time by Timms up and under Van Beek. Couldn't control it, the big fella, but he done well at ground level, done really well. That's almost a throw by Morgan, got it to Turland. So 2-on-2 here, and good use of the body and a good mark taken out there by Morgan.
And Morgan Morris kicks further afield. Good crick and a good grab by Angus Lowe too on the end of it. He's been good this year. So he's about 45 metres out. The way this breeze, I don't know whether he's got the leg to make it, but to take his best kick.
I think.
So Angus Lowe.
Warrnambool halfbacks are just dominating at the moment.
Well, they just got numbers, haven't they?
Yeah.
So it's hard to kind of penetrate that Blues defence. And you got Steer and Bell that are leading the charge there. Goes short, low, unselfish, and he spots up Mitch Bidmate, who'll go back and finds himself 10 metres close to the goal. Mitch has got a decent leg on him too. Another one smacking in. I think he might have been smashed avo for Mitchie this morning.
What do you go for, big fella?
I just went the scrambled eggs on toast with a bit of bacon and halloumi, Tilt.
Good on you, mate.
Absolutely magnificent as Bidmate comes in, kicks on its way, doesn't get the distance. So you can see how strong it is. Look at Turlin at the bottom of the pack for number 2. And little Cyril goes bang. And that was just front and centre football. No one within the brass razoo of him. And he kicks his second of the first quarter, and the Blues go to 3-2-20. Portland yet to score, and the Tigers' wigs are kicking with a 3-goal breeze. Unbelievable.
Look, it's the way it's going at the moment, the way the game's being played, it could be a long afternoon for Portland. They're expecting everything to go long, so they're all sitting back there. But when the ball drops a bit shorter, Warrnambool used a bit shorter, Stark comes forward there. Warrnambool seem to have the numbers. Certainly Jai Turlin, no one near him, but even through the middle of the ground, ball comes forward from a contest. Warrnambool are coming forward at it, so Portland need to score.
Malcolm got it out, and there's a nice kick off the ground by Lovell, and he's followed up well too. Turlin going in low, but he might have interfered too high. He did, so here's Lovell. Gee, been great so far. Now here's their biggest chance. Lovell goes long, top of the goal square, one-on-one. Ballantyne couldn't quite take the mark, and it's hit the point post, and it'll be a boundary throw-in. So this is their deepest foray forward for this quarter, which is 24 and a half minutes long, and that is on the Lee's contracting time clock. Solomon's flooring and blown scoreboard, 3-2-20. Warrnambool, Portland yet to score, so boundary throw in here. It's going to be important. So where's Jeffy? This will be his bread and butter if he can get onto a little tap to the ground here. So it's going to be Van Beek up against Jennings in the end. The handball over the top went to Manane. Manane's got a kick, but this will go out in the full. That wind just pushing it right across in front of there. Tilty Taylor Tilty, what's his name?
Met you before.
Just call him
Tilty Taylor. So BB Furniture Plus, that wind is definitely blowing across the ground now.
Probably one of the few mistakes I've seen Manane make for the whole season, boys, to be honest.
Yeah. He's had a great year, hasn't he, Tyler Manane? What a good recruit he's been. He's in and under, and he plays tight. We
mentioned how strong the Tigers were in the midfield, boys, but Jai Turlin and Jordan Walters, I think they're actually more than holding their own.
Yeah, they are.
So ball in Portland's forward 50. They yet to score in this contest. Van Beek with a big leap. Stacks on the mill once again. So, as I said, Portland kicking with a strong breeze in this first quarter, but it's been all Warrnambool. They're leading by 20 points to zip. So, umpire Lockheed. He throws it up again. Big fly from Van Beek again. Bottom of the pack. Stacks on the mill.
Jay Moody off there too, Tildy, I see. So looks like he's going to come back on, but I thought he was a bit proppy before. Might have got a knock in a contest.
They can't afford to lose him, can they, mate? I just wonder as the day progresses, if this scoreboard keeps going, he might have to swing forward later on the day too.
Yeah, thinking the same thing.
Just remember last year at this same ground, boys, Blues got out to a 60-point lead against the Bloods.
Very true, Matthew, very true.
It was one of those unbelievable games, one of the best games I've ever seen, I reckon.
Was that Joe Rundle's last kick of the day?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Amazing.
So Lockheed again, and Van Beek, that ball's moved literally about 3 metres. Happy to see the ball. Did it go off a boot? No, it didn't. And we will have another ball up. So all in all, I reckon those 3 goals that Warrnambool have kicked here is probably worth about 5. Poss?
You're probably right, Stewie. Every player at the moment is in Portland's half of the ground too, so he trying to break loose, and he did in the end, and it came over there towards Portland. Here's a chance now. He's been pretty prominent, this little fella. It's Jackson, top of the goal square. Will it have to carry, or he can just about did, but it's only a behind. So first score on the scoreboard for Portland. They go into 1 behind 1 point, trailing Warrnambool 3-2-20. We've played 27 and a half minutes of this first quarter.
They need to defend this. They need a repeat entry and try and get a major before the siren.
Yeah, got to try and lock it in.
Just need to scramble one.
So it'll be Steer. Right on the quarter time siren, which went 27 and a half minutes. So, on the Solomon's Flooring and Blind scoreboard, quarter time here at Victoria Park, Croydon, Hampton League Live. Elimination final action, Warrnambool 3-2-20. They lead the Portland Tigers, who are one behind 1 point.
And you would say, Tildy and Wiggsy, that is a massive win for the Warrnambool Blues, kicking into a very, very strong breeze in tricky conditions. That is a sensational first quarter of elimination final footy.
Oh, look, absolutely. Other than that, probably that last patch, which Warrnambool defended pretty well, it was Warrnambool dominated. Tildy said it, their midfield, through Manane, Jai Turlins, he's a good player. He's absolutely pound for pound. He's a beauty.
Well, he's kicked 2 goals, Wixie.
Yeah, he has, mate. Yeah, he's probably best on ground at the moment. Geordie Walters has been really good. Big mate, that's probably, I don't know, I'm not sure whether they're going to see a better highlight than that. But I just feel like their setup behind the ball has been really strong. So it's not like they're rolling numbers back. I think they're just sitting there, and the Portland guys are getting sucked up the ground. And there's a couple of times over the chain out, but sooner or later they're going to kick it forward, and that's where Warrnambool have been setting their attacks up from. And amazingly, they've taken 7 marks inside their forward 50 in a quarter. So if you had that for a half, you'd be really happy with that. But in a quarter, so they're still lowering their eyes. Cody looks dangerous. I feel like the Portland defenders are on their heels a little bit, expecting it's just going to go long, and Warrnambool good enough to lower their eyes. And we think that Warrnambool kicking into the breeze. So
they were kicking into the breeze, boys, but it's not like it's a 4-goal straight advantage. It's more up into that commentary box team we use our boys. But I just walked out for 5 metres. I'm not going out there, boys. That is a heavy deck.
Mate, I seen you tilt. You were moving like a gazelle out there, big fella.
That's a heavy deck,
twinkle toeing around
and
it.
I've got a question for you, Possum. You've seen a lot of footy, more than me. Have you ever seen a bloke wear number 82 in a Hampton League final?
I haven't, but I've seen a bloke play for Geelong wear number 85. Harry Taylor back a long time ago. He was on the front bar the other day.
I saw Harry on Friday night, actually.
They highlighted the game where his jumper got ripped off and he came back out after half-time in 85.
82. Well, the young Lovell's got 82 on here today.
Well, with Portland, that's the way they do it.
Yeah, it's their kids' numbers, the under 18s.
Right
hey, boys, we're going to take a break. It is quarter time here. Warrnambool 3-2-20. They lead the Portland Tigers one behind 1 point. National Tiles scoreboard. We'll come back with second quarter action on your home of football, Netball 94.5 3YB FM.
3YB FM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
Pure Stream AV is your local audiovisual expert across Warrnambool and Southwest Victoria. Delivering professional live streaming, event production and AV support you can rely on. From weddings and school performances to sports and community events, we handle the tech so you don't have to. Just need the gear, we also offer flexible AV hire with reliable equipment ready when you are. Pure Stream AV, local, professional and ready to help your event shine. Call us today.
Badeness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Have you been injured at work, in a public place or in a motor vehicle accident? Let us help you secure the compensation you deserve. Madden's Lawyers, with you every step of the way.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
The Flying Horse is more than just a pub. It's the perfect spot to kick back with friends or family, indulge in a delicious meal from the new menu and wood-fired kitchen. Celebrate in one of their multiple function rooms. Catch up with mates in the sports bar or TAB. Grab a slab from the Thirsty Camel bottle shop. There's even a courtesy bus. Plus, don't miss Locals Night every Thursday night with food and drink specials, live music and more. For the perfect venue, it's got to be the Flying Horse, of course.
Hampton League Live.
For Badeness Rural, Southwest Conveyancing, Rafferty's Tavern, Warrnambool 24/7 Gym and Greg Allen Farm Machinery.
94.5 3YB FM.
Yeah, welcome back. Second quarter about to get underway. Big quarter for the Warrnambool Blues and the Portland Tigers here, in particular Portland. Scotty Carter downstairs. What was the messaging from Lockie Hubbard's at quarter time, bud?
Just keep grinding away, boys. Just keep grinding. It's only 3 goals. Just keep sticking to your plan. Keep working hard.
And we'll tell you what, they've got the first centre clearance but coming out. Jeez, that was a great pick-up. Jackson Bell using the new pill to start this second quarter too. So that'll be 2 footballs used throughout the afternoon. Here go the Tigers, though. Doing all the attacking to start this second quarter, Poss.
Yeah, Barbary, his little left footer wobbled in. Little Jeffy's at ground level, good handball to Huppets. Here's a chance for the Tigers. Little kick off the ground. It got it across to Moody. A snap at goal. It's a goal. So just what the Tigers needed to start this opening quarter. So within 45 seconds, and he's just trying to pick up who it is. He's got the long sleeve. It might be Walsh. It is little Walsh off the wing. So that was a beautiful handball on hands and knees by Jeffy Garlett. He got it out to Moody, and Moody had the presence of mind to just get it into the goal square. Running onto it was Jack Walsh and Wiggsy. That's the way you want to do it. Run it. Get that, win that contested possession at ground level, and the rest of rest happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, the first minute was totally different to what we saw in the first quarter. They got their hands on the ball first. They were able to chain out. They used their forward line, looked a bit dangerous. They kept the ball moving, and 1 goal each there for Bidmate. He kicked his, and now Walsh has done the same the other way. So, yeah, really good start for Portland.
1-1-7, 3-2-20 the Blues. There'll be a secondary bounce here, because nobody got a decisive tap out. So Weymouth and Malcolm again. Malcolm got the tap out. It was good too. It's going to come out wide. It's going to favour Tanner Lovell. He's been terrific too today. Got the handball over the top there towards Connor Peters. Peters goes out back to Walsh, the goal kicker. Walsh concedes a little bit of ground to Jake Edwards. So Edwards goes long. Huppets goes up. Almost took a mark. May have been interfered with behind. No, said the umpire. He stacks on the middle, and there'll be a ball up right on that far outer side half-forward flank, about 70 metres around from the Portland goal, Matty, and they've started well.
It's interesting. Portland have obviously started a man behind the ball. They want to free up Moody as that player, but they're on top here to start this circuit. Like, do you try and even it up and just roll the dice and try and get yourself back into the contest, boys? Because they're going for it again here.
Yeah, well, you can't have Cowling or Bells to spare, boys. Someone's got to come up and push on to one of those 2 guys, I think.
Garland again. It's the handball out, so they're really cracking in here to start this second quarter, the Portland Tigers. There goes Jackson Bell. He's been magnificent. He snaps around the body, and look at that wind take that ball.
Yep.
And it is going out of bounds on the full, and the resultant free kick is going to come back to Ubergang.
He's a bit worried. Ball's gone down here, boys. He's adding up some figures already here.
I've got a couple of spares in the shed at home if he needs, mate. Blackney Noda goes and gets it. He brings it back in for the Portland Tigers. So they've started this second quarter against the Breeze a hell of a lot better than they started the first one. So Ubergang plays on, gets his full quota. The wind sucks the ball across. Garlett, who's been really impressive in patches. Handball cut off that time by Turlin. Goes forward, low gathers. Gets into Bidmo. That's Mitch. Just overruns the football. Ubergang good again. Handball over the top. Spots up a teammate in Peters over the top to Malcolm. Malcolm goes further afield to Huppets. Huppets now shimmies around. Kick was smothered. In the end, it was good play. Goes and gets it again, though, to Huppets. Good fight. And the coach, he's leading by example in this second term, Poss.
That's absolutely fantastic. And down on the boundary line for B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions. At worst, you just got to create a stoppage, Tildy, don't you, and just lock it into your forward line.
Well, they need to take a bit of a leaf out of the Blues book, don't they, boys, and just try to play the game inside their 450 for as long as possible.
Yeah, so Morgan Morris gathered for the Blues on half-back, but he's gone over the line out of bounds, so there'll be a boundary throw-in. So they've started this quarter with some spark to Tigers, which is good to see because it was, although it was only early, it was getting away from them a little bit. So it's going to be Big Malcolm against Dan Weymouth. Weymouth been a premier ruckman in the competition for many years, but Malcolm's got front position. He gives a little tap at ground level, goes to Jakey Edwards, but it came back towards Walters. Now Walters into the middle, running onto it as Reggie Master. Doesn't bounce for him. Nork and Radley pick it up. That was a nice little depth touch. Comes out there towards Barbary for Portland. Comes out wide to Huppets. He won't make it, will he? No, he doesn't. And it's gone over the line out of bounds. Where it came from. And there'll be another boundary throw in as Huppets comes off for a spell.
So they've moved Tom Burns. Huppets and Burns, they might be rotating forward, but Burns going on balls. Just give him a bit of probably different mix in there, bigger body.
Yep, Toby Jennings.
Have a look at old mate down here. He's got the shirt off. He's played in the twos for Portland. Shirt off, drinking mid-strength cans.
Having a dart.
Still in the shorts. He is having a day out at the footy, boys. What a legend.
He's an absolute classic. He'll win the shirt award. Well, he hasn't got one on
play next week. They did win. It's not like his season's over, but
can't beat a good rehab, boys.
That's right. Oh, that's a nice little handball over the back. It came towards Jakey Edwards. A good mark taken by Bell. Kicks down the line. Piergrace couldn't quite handle it. Now he's in trouble because he's at ground level. Got it out to Walsh. Walsh little chip kick. Wouldn't have went 15. It didn't. Moody's got it. Oh, dangerous. Goes back in. Ball. Beautiful pick up by Walsh. But he had no one to handball it to. Chipping in there. Beautifully done was little Jackson. Gets it back to Walsh. So he's been great this quarter. So they're a chance now because this is Edwards. Kicks it out wide, but it's all the Blues. It's going to be picked up by Radley, and Radley goes short, and he'll give it to Jai Turlin.
Geez, they were out then, Paul. And I think he just panicked a little bit. He had a bit more time than he thought, Edwards. Turlin's been magnificent. So's this man, Walters. Gets the kick, quick kick, forward, unattended. Oh, just bounced off the chest of Lowe. No marks easy in these conditions. Make no mistake about it. But I couldn't believe he had no one on him. There was no one within 5 metres there on English Lowe.
It's for a really tight sort of contested game. People find a lot of space. So there's... this is Portland needed exit sort of D50 here. Warrnambool, you're trying to lock it in. So
a can of Coke head open up there, Stewie, then? Or?
Yeah, it wasn't a mid-year, was it? It's nice and cold too. Ants Marty looking after us magnificently well out here. Lowe just grabs the ball out of the pack there. This is the first 404 for the Blues, kicking with the Breeze. So chain of handballs. Moody's been rock solid in defence. Kicks it further afield. Free kick off the ball here. It's going to go... No, it's going to go to...
It's going to Portland.
Well, he signalled the other way.
Now Portland. Now, Cowling.
Cowling will get the result on free kick. So he's about 60 metres out, just wiping the mud off the football. Moo. The king of power court. High up and under. He gets plenty of purchase. Look at that wind. Just suck it back, though. Peters tries to just fist it forward. Coming through there was Walters again. Handball, chain, Jackson. Edwards just steps through a little bit of traffic. Kicks out further afield. Lovell does well. Jackson at the bottom of the pack. Does he keep it in? Oh, geez, I don't know, but he did. Boys downstairs not happy. Walsh has been really good to start this second quarter. Free kick, holding the ball. And the result, free kick, we'll go to Mook Cowling again, Poss.
Oh, holding the ball. Gee, I thought that was rich. So Cowling, deep for the Blues. The wind gets it. Verbeek at the behind. No, it's Radley, I think it is. So judged it better than anybody else in the end. And Radley will go back for the Blues. This is Amon. He'll try and slot his first, and the Blues fourth of the afternoon.
There's another one, Tilt.
So he'll have to kick this to the left-hand goalpost as he sees it. He's gone for the boomerang, and he's slotted it straight through the middle for a goal. That was very nonchalant, but nevertheless, he's kicked a goal. So the Solomon's flooring and blind scoreboard see the Blues going to 4-2-26. They lead Portland 1-1-7. Played 8.5 minutes on the Lee's contracting time clock. Wigsy just broke the momentum of the Tigers.
Yeah, look, a little bit, because they've been really good, Portland. They've started really well, able to get... And it just probably looked like they're getting a bit of space in their game going, even though it's modified to what it's sort of... But they have been able to handball and possess a little bit. They've got Jackson Bell playing out of goal square on Ballantyne, which they'd probably be quite happy with, trying to drag him deep. And Garlett's come up a bit higher with Carter, but
Cowling still looks dangerous there by himself.
Yeah, so centre bounce, and Van Beek this time got it, but it only went as far as the tire. Chipping in nicely there was Bidmade. No, in fact, it was Morgan Morris. Now, there's another chance here because, he couldn't pick it up, Reggie. Tried to kick it off the ground. Oh, that's a vicious tackle. It wasn't paid, but nevertheless, the Blues are going to, the Tigers will clear out towards half-forward line. Dropping the mark was Walters. His handball come back, but was picked up by Jennings for Portland. He's in a little bit of trouble now. His handball went inside, which was dangerous. Kick off the ground was good. Another kick off the ground didn't really get any purchase on it. It's a game of soccer at the moment. Thrown to the ground was Bidmade, but the umpire said nothing happening. And again, that was Morgan Morris, so there'll be a ball up, centre-half forward for the Blues.
Hard to get any purchase on the footy, isn't it, boys? Or get any distance. It's just one of those days. Well done there by Zachy Dwyer, who just pushes the ball forward. Good pick up there in the end by Cade Lovell, too. He made that look easy. Spots up Jennings. Jennings has got no one on the mark. Geez, there's going to be some tired boys late in this contest, I reckon. Malcolm's a target. The big man flies. Can't get a clean handball on it. Walters is in there for the Blue Baggers again. Stepping through a little bit of traffic. That was a really good handball. Open up the play. This is Radley. And his fin goes back, who's been great. He kicks it forward. Jackson gets it out to Huppets now for Portland. Huppets' kick just missed the target. And guess who's on the end of it? That man, Jackson Bell. What a great footballer he has been, Wigsy, now.
Yeah, he's a great story, really. I was talking to him the other day. He didn't play a lot of football off half-back, but he looks very at home there at the moment.
He has been sensational this year, hasn't he, Poss?
He has. He repels everything. He'll have to repel another one because the Tigers are going forward. Here's Jeffy. What's he going to do? He'll spin around one, goes onto the right foot, centres it. Good kick, but unfortunately too much carry on it. It goes to Van Beek. Finally controls it at ground level. There's holding the ball. Now it'll be play on to Jeffy. Kicks it deep. Who have Portland got? Nobody. What a great mark taken in the end. A diving mark out there by Radley. And Finney Radley saves the day for the Blues.
Ruffles are having a good day for the boys at respective ends.
They are indeed.
Both been good in these conditions.
Indeed. So Finney Radley, his kick comes down the wing. Up they go. Piergrace got in front but couldn't control it. Bidmade, that was Liam. He could. Left foot goes down the line. Could have been held on to. Was Lowe. That was by Joshy Edwards. Edwards is first back to it. Lowe's got it now though. Handball's over the top. But Portland are going to repel this again. A good little short kick. It's going to pay off because Jakey Edwards will take the mark right in front of us in the commentary position here this afternoon. So Jakey Edwards, he's going to go short.
Big going off the ball here too, boys. Just Edwards and Lowe, just keeping an eye on it.
Van Beek chipped in and took a mark there. He had 3 to beat there, big Benny Malcolm. So he gets it to Mitchy Bidmade. Kicks it in, but it's all Portland here, and a good mark taken by Piergrace, and he'll relieve off half-back.
So goes inboard. Good pick up there by Jennings. He just slips over in the mud pit. He had nowhere to go there, and unfortunately that's going to happen.
Conditions. Jeez,
it's so tricky. If you haven't got screw-ins today, which I reckon there's a few that probably haven't, because I don't reckon a lot of people have the old-fashioned screw-ins now. Kick goes forward now. That was Wells. Cutting it off is Moody. Lovell's there now. He spins into trouble. He's gone too, and Turlin's on the end of it.
The old first option. Wigsy, the old first option. Though.
So Jai Turlin kicks the fat side into space, going back and taking a nice mark in the end for the Portland Tigers. And that was Willie Hunter. He squares the ball up. Now, this is the green bit of grass that we spoke about. There's not a lot of it here. So that was Proctor who gets it back to the left footer in Ubergang. Cutting it off though and taking a nice mark was steer for the Warrnambool Blues. So it's just going to be one of those days, isn't it, boys?
I think it's what we said, boys. Those early goals are just worth their weight in gold.
It's going to fall to the back, almost a mark on hands and knees there by the Blues. Portland Tigers are going to repel again. No, I kicked it straight to Bidmade, was it?
Cody.
It's a Cody, it's a goal. What a snap by Cody. So put that one down as a Lucas Brothers Butcher Snagger that I contender this afternoon. So Cody, he kicks his first of the afternoon. And the Blues, after a good start by the Portland Tigers, have kicked the last two. They go to 5-2-32. That's on the Solomon's Flooring and Blinds scoreboard. We have played almost 14 minutes of this second quarter on the Lee's contracting time clock. The Portland Tigers are 1-1-7. Wiggsy, I just reckon sometimes they're just taking that one more step or trying to dodge one more play of the Tigers rather than just move the ball quickly forward.
Look, and it's hard too because they can't move it forward because they haven't got equal numbers in front of the ball. So they've got to use their numbers around the ball. So probably need a bit of a readjustment. And it's not like Warrnambool have got 8 defenders. Warrnambool got 6 defenders, but Portland have got 4 or 5 forwards, so they need their forwards to start home, make it a bit more one-on-one and just a territory game. But again, they're trying hard, but at the moment Warrnambool just got all the answers.
Yep. So Malcolm, ball back in the middle, keeping his feet. There was Jennings, but in the end it was Stacks in the middle, and we are going to have a secondary bounce. Umpire Ash Jennings. They've been pretty good. They're just letting it go. And it's going to get trickier as the day goes on. That was the wire whose kick was smothered. Manane's in there, just bustles his way through. It's like a game of rugby at the moment.
And at the moment, Jay Moody's a free, so Cowling's one end, Jay Moody's the other. Jay Moody probably hasn't had a lot of it, so that's not working, you wouldn't think.
I agree with you, Wiggs. They just need to see numbers up.
Yeah.
You need to try to play 6-on-6.
Yeah.
Yeah, just try and pull the trigger because you got to try and kick a score now, don't you?
You're 4 down, boys, so you've just got to try to even up.
Manane again, driven into the ground.
Well, the only thing they might be thinking is, right, we're kicking into the on hold, and just
stay
a really
4
big
goals
third
down or
quarter.
something. Yeah,
maybe it's doable, maybe.
And kick 5 or 6 or something, and you never know, you know. Handball comes forward now from Lovell. Off the ground goes Walters. Coming through is Jackson. Manane dives on it. Jackson in there again. Free kick for a push. I think it's going to go to Manane for the Blues. He loves these conditions. Would have played in them at Panmure a fair bit. I'm tipping over the journey. So Manane, kick goes forward. Look at Turlin. He loves these conditions. He was gang tackled in the end by Moody. Handball over the top. Bidmade comes through. He was taken heavily. Ball goes back into the middle. Jeffy Garlett's running around thinking, what am I doing out here today on a Sunday at Kirrawit, boys?
Could have been playing Catherine Camels 38 degrees, wasn't it? Scooter, that sounded nice.
Kick off the ground. Gathered by Lovell. That's Cade. Gets into Piergross. Just misses the target. He dives on the football. Back to Hunter. Just kicks for ground and territory, really. And happy to see the ball go out of bounds was that man, Jet Lovell, number 82. Tony Carter, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions.
That's a slog, boys, isn't it? Just a slog. We can't have what we had overnight, the rain, boys, so it's just a battle. And, 4 goals, boys. It feels like 10 goals in normal conditions.
Yeah, it does indeed. So we're going to have Beak and also Malcolm. Malcolm were up the front position, but Ben Beak in the end actually won the tap out. Huppets tried to kick handball it or tap it to his own advantage, but it didn't work because the Blues go forward again. Oh, beautiful attack on the footy that time. That was by Moody. So Moody comes wide to Little Walsh. He's tried to spark him this quarter. Good little kick off the ground. That was a nice mark too, taken by Jennings. His little left footer went down, but it's all the Blues here. There's 2-on-1. In the end, he done pretty well there, little Cody Jones, but it's going to ultimately be picked up by Cowling, who got it across there to Morgan. He's kicked down the field. It's picked up there, and, he tried to get rid of it. That was Radley, or Morgan. Now there's a chance for Walsh again. So Walsh, you're going to go square it up. It's a good kick. because it's going to favour his teammate out there in Cade Lovell. He goes into the centre to his captain coach in Huppets. Huppets got it over the top towards Lovell, Tenor Lovell, kicks it into the forward line on hands and knees, following up well there. That was well done by the Tigers. Now there's a chance. Jennings might have been held without it. The umpire couldn't see. He's tapped it out to the advantage of his teammate. He got one too high. Yes, said the umpire. So there's going to be a free kick to Portland here. Slap bang centre half forward.
That was better play. Again, they didn't kick to the out numbers. They tried to run it through the middle of the ground as he plays on.
Tenor Lovell, and it's a goal. Tenor Lovell has played on, and he has kicked a goal to keep the Tigers in it. 2-1-13. That is on the Solomon's Flooring and Blind scoreboard here this afternoon. Warrnambool 5-2-32. We've played just over 18 minutes on the Lee's contracting time clock, and Wigsy, just sheer persistence, perseverance, won a free kick, played on goal. It's not always easy.
It was probably through the middle of the ground. I like that they're still trying to. They'll try and use the width of the ground, try and get it out the other side. But I think the thing that changed there was they were able to handball it and chain up through the middle. I think when they got a dump kick it, that's when they need their even numbers in front of the ball. But then they were able to run it up, take out that loose player, and then when they're one-on-one in their forward line, they're probably okay. But yeah, real important goal.
It's all about territory today. If they can get another one here and go in at half time, a couple of goals down, it probably wouldn't be a bad result, to be honest. So we have ticked over 19 minutes on the league contracting time clock in this second quarter. Good tap down, straight down the throat of Manane. His kick didn't go anywhere. Wells is in there. He was dispossessed. Stacks in the middle once again. Little in and under. Good play there by
Huppets, I think, boys. He's trying to lift his side. He's leading from the front. He's in Devon's first rate today.
Second quarter's
Tanner Lovell been terrific.
Brilliant. So this time it's going to be Hunter up against Weymouth. Handball comes back. Over the top goes Ubergang. Edwards just got a shimmy through that one. Now he's gone. Good tackle. Well done by young Jaden Wells.
He's playing well.
Playing very well, the young kid. Not much of him, but I tell you what, he has a crack, doesn't he? And he's loving these conditions, Wiggs.
Yeah, he's a beauty. Played in the interleague game this year, but for a young fella, it was good effort.
His kick.
We want that kick back.
Just a little bit errant. As soon as you pump someone up, you know what happens. And our man, Greggy Kelson, too, got the quaddy yesterday, boys. We're reinvesting today, too, for cerebral palsy. Chrissy Evans, of course, who got it yesterday, said, let's reinvest and have a crack at it today. So we'll keep watching that as the afternoon progresses too at Bendigo.
I was saying him pretty good, is he, Stewie?
Well, that's one out of 18 for the year, Tilt. So
yeah, he might be a finals player.
As I said to him last night, all you got to do is get them, mate. Doesn't matter what we get back, as long as you're getting them, big fella.
Exactly right.
So ball deep in forward 50 now.
Ballantyne's still there. I was just checking.
So Ballantyne's,
I don't think he's 100% though, Wiggsy.
Yeah. I think he's a little bit ginger. That is for sure. So territory now so important for the Blues, boss.
Yeah, it is, and you'd think if he was 100% Ballantyne, he would have spent some time on the ball. But Moody's got it. Got it back towards Lovell. Moody might have got one too high there. No, said the umpire. And there'll be a ball up. And don't forget, if you're on the way home tonight, go to Macca's, because if you order any medium meal or any purchase over $15 and show your membership card, you'll get a free dessert. So that's magnificent at Macca's. Get down there on your way home from the footy. Another ball in here. So a little bit of a lull in proceedings. 5-2-32 the Blues, 2-1-13 the Portland Tigers. Deep in the Warrnambool forward line. So it's going to be Reggie Mast this time in the ruck. Up against Edwards. Portland win it out. Well done, because Manane was just about to take the mark. They got the numbers at the back, though. One of them is Jackson Bell. Got it out to Manane. That might have been Wells. It's starting to be hard to pick them up now, because they're very, very muddy. Here's a chance for Portland to get it out through Moody. Threw it on the boot, but only as far as Steer. And little Austin Steer's got it.
Jackson Bell's good.
Yeah, he is. This is the game they like, and they defend really well. They're really well set up behind the ball.
Steers kick is caught by the wind, and it's probably not going to get any lighter now down on the boundary line for B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions. Scotty Carter, that wind, it's really just blowing straight across, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, mate. It's not really favouring any end, I don't think. It's just straight across the ground, and you know, for Portland kicking out this side of the ground from that back half, it's hard to keep the ball in play.
Yeah, Weymouth got a tap down. Come to Walters, he got a little left foot, but only as far as Moody. Kick wasn't, the mark wasn't paid, but he was good enough to get a handball out. Came out towards his teammate there in Jakey Edwards. He was tackled, and the umpire will say, give it to me at centre half forward, and there'll be a ball up.
Can't knock Portland's endeavour, boys, from 3 or 4 goals down. They definitely haven't thrown the towel in. They're stuck at it.
No, I couldn't agree more because, things could have got real messy in this second quarter, but they've had a real crack and they've cracked in. Free kick's been plucked out here. It's going to go to Walters, I reckon, for the Blues. I don't know whether he's, with this muddy ball, whether he's got the leg to get there, but he's certainly within range on a normal day.
A bit like his old man, he loved playing in these conditions. He liked it dry, wet, windy, still. It didn't really matter, he's a good player.
He was a gun.
Yeah.
The left foot or Cody, and he plays on to Cody, just runs around the back, and he has got the leg, but he's pulled it to the left. Oh, put that one down. That was a slips catch, Angus Lowe. That was like Tubby Taylor at first slip, just diving across the middle. Geez, that was a good mark in these conditions, and I'd love to see the replay of that. And Angus Lowe's going to have a shot right on the boundary line next to the point post.
Good grab. That was like Wayne Harms-ish in terms of everyone thought was going out of bounds, and
he
kicked
finishes.
it too, I think, has he?
He's put the fist in the air, and I tell you what, that is a Peterbolt Bridgestone highlight of the day contender, and then he might have just kicked the Lucas Brothers snag of the day. Unbelievable. So the Blues march on. They go to 6-2-38. They lead the Portland Tigers 2-1-13. That's on the National Tile scoreboard. 24.5 minutes gone. Second term action.
Beautifully done.
Taken 10 marks inside their forward 50 in these conditions. So
pretty fair stat, isn't it? You'd be happy in a dry day.
Yes, I feel like and again, Portland generally had an extra down there, but Warrnambool just read it really well off the boot. They've had to lower their eyes. That one then was just probably, I think everyone thought it was going out of bounds, and Gussie Lowe, again, Wayne Harms-ish like, even though he didn't...
Diving, wasn't it? Like just a good mark.
Yeah. No, it was terrific, and then good finish.
Adam Dowie with the Senate's accountant stats, and they're great with that every week, the guys. So here's Weymouth. Into the ruck now is Will Hunter for Portland. So Malcolm having a spell. Weymouth got the tap out decisively. It's picked up in the end by Tanner Lovell. His kick goes wide. There's a running race. Little Cyril's going to be first there. Tapped it forward. Jeffy Garlick kicked it off the ground. Follows up. Paddles it in front. Could have been a free kick to Jeffy. No, said the umpire. And he'll come in and ball it up. Ash Jennings. Just in the attacking side for the Portland Tigers, and they'd love to get one before half-time because they are currently trailing by 25 points, which isn't ideal in these conditions. The ball's at ground level, picked up by Edwards, got it out wider. There's a chance out there for Sharp. Sharp got it to Walsh. His kick wasn't great, but it's good enough for Burns to run onto. But he's tackled, come to bid made. Little handball didn't go far. A little bit like a pinball machine out there at the moment. Handball went over the top to Burns. Burns almost threw it back. First in there for the Blues was Bidmade. Bidmade got it across, and that was nicely done at ground level by the Blues to get it down there. It's going to favour at the back. This is Lowe, the goal kicker. Lowe's old wobbler. Here's a running race. Cody, but getting back and taking a good saving mark was Paulie Proctor, and he'll relieve off half-back for the Tigers.
Interesting matchup because generally sides go quick blokes on Cody,
yes.
But Proctor's a bigger individual, so it's definitely an interesting little matchup. That one kick not good from Proctor, cut off by Morgan Morris. He's a big kicker to football, this kid. He goes into the hot spot. Going back was Lowe, who's loving the contest today, and Proctor's wrapped up in a strong tackle. So can't be long to play in this second quarter. Blues dominating this contest. Half-time. And a wrap, all thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar. We caught up with Will and Drew yesterday. We're going to replay that interview from yesterday, which will be fantastic. He was a great chat, good kid. You had a fair bit to do with him, Wiggs.
Yeah, like a ripper. He loved running around out here when he was a teenager. Played 3 flags.
Handball comes out. Walters, left foot, snap on goal. There's another one. And the Blues march away here. And they deserve this lead. They have worked really hard, and they go to 7-2-44. Portland 2-1-13. 27 minutes gone, second quarter. And I think they're doing enough at the moment, aren't they, Wiggs and Tilts?
Well, I think, Tilty, you'd agree with it, is they're going to... Portland, look, the only hope you'd have is they come out, reset, change some things, try and get one-on-one, maybe third quarter, maybe get back within 3 goals, maybe at three-quarter time. But it feels like they're getting beaten in a lot of aspects of the game.
He's been good, Wallace. Do you have a bit of an injury concern, a skate forward?
Yeah, he did, mate. Didn't end up being a skate forward, but he's got a guard on his arm, and he's a good player.
He's got the Buffer Lewis guard on the arm. Buffer was lethal with that back in the day.
Made of fiberglass, that armband.
Titanium, I reckon. Before titanium was the thing, Poss. He was ahead of the time, Buff.
Probably made it himself at Spikins.
He's good on the crane, though, the big fella. He craned me up the other day, the big boy. So, fair to say, a little bit of sting out of this contest early for me.
Stick with it, Stewie. Stick with it.
A little bit of attention towards Bendigo as a quaddie goes on later on, I reckon. So going forward once again, might be a knock on the door, and I reckon that might be the great Ants Marnie. Geez, he's looked after us magnificently well. Peters just steps through traffic, stacks on the mill, and fair dingham. Free kick's going to go to the Blues, and what a good man Ants Marnie is. Fair dingham, he's looking after us. Gets it on to Bidmade. That is Liam from 45. Low goes back, goes through his hands. Degree of difficulty compared to that other one before was a hell of a lot easier, but he likes them harder, I think. And, it's another behind, and the Blues, they continue, and they get a 7-3-45, 2-1-13 Portland National Title scoreboard.
Yeah, just ticked on into 29 minutes on the Lee's contracting time clock.
Oh, good sausage rolls, boys.
Yeah,
well, remember the old bloke on the boundary line too, Stewie. Just ease into it.
Here's Jai Turlin goes short, and there's a mark taken. Shout out to Jason Lee, who played number 150 for the Naranda Blues yesterday in their prelim final win. So good on the Lees.
Good trotting driver too, Jace.
Yeah, very good. And the sprint cars, I think one of them, and trotters.
Good family. Good family.
So this is Walters. So he's kicked one. I tell you what, if he kicks this would certainly be a snag of the day contender, because he's only about 40 out, but he's going to run into the glue pot when he kicks. He fancies his chances though as well. So it comes in, drop punt on its way now, swing way right, and it's only just stuck in for a one behind. So 7-4-46. That is on the Solomon's Flooring and Blind scoreboard. The Portland Tigers 2-1-13. We've ticked over 30 minutes on the Lee's contracting time clock. Weeks.
Yeah, look, it's I think probably Portland want the siren to go, I'd think, and reset, and Stewie does too, because he's on off these sausage rolls and little pies.
I've already smacked one in, Wigs. I'm looking at your little fingers, and I'm thinking you're going to just wrap.
I'm off too, mate. But yeah, look, Portland had their probably 7 or 8 minutes dominance, and since then it's been Warrnambool. Warrnambool got the game where it's going to. I can't see it changing too much in the second half.
When you put this little nibble pie in your hand, Wigs, it makes it look like a big pie. That's how small your little fingers are, mate.
Yes, they are.
Looks like a full strength one. Handball comes out, Bidmade, back to Cowling. Off
look
one
at them
step.
lined up in the middle then too.
They were too, weren't they? Always a tricky kick today. Off the ground. Free kick's been plucked out for a hold. It's going to go to Portland. But it doesn't matter. And Piergross was going to take the resultant free kick. So at half-time, it is the Warrnambool Blues who have dominated this first half of Elimination final. They lead 7-4-46, 2-1-13, the Portland Tigers. Wigsy, Poss and Tildy. It was a really good first half of footy by the Blues.
Oh, look, they've dominated. Like inside 50s has been... what have we got? It's been like 23-7. Marks inside 50, Warrnambool on 10, obviously scoring shots, therefore they're dominating. So, again, Portland had that little, probably almost against the run of play, that bit of a, certainly the first couple of minutes, but for the majority of the game, Warrnambool just looked good setup behind the ball. They're just getting it forward. Then their defence and mids can set up off the back of that. So it's going to be interesting to see if Portland change anything.
And 6 individual goal kickers to Wigsy, 2 goals to Jai Turland and singles to Cody, Liam Bidmade, Angus Lowe, Reggie Marston, Jordan Walters. So they're sharing the workload up in the forward line. And look, to Portland's credit, early in that quarter, they came out and they played. They got a fair bit of the footy. They kicked an early goal, which was great. Kicked one a little bit later on, and they sort of had a fair bit of the footy in that, locked into their forward line. But the Blues were probably just a little bit more efficient going forward, weren't they? And they were able to create those loose players running through the middle, and which set up their forwards. So they scored their 7 goals a little bit easier than it took for Portland to get their 2.
Yeah, a lot easier. And again, Portland have taken. They might have taken one mark inside their forward 50 for the day. So Warrnambool are getting them from marks and also from ground balls. But yeah, Portland are just working, for the few scores I've had, they're working really, really hard for them.
So at half-time, it's a 33-point lead to the Warrnambool Blues over the Portland Tigers. We're going to take a break on the other side, all thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar, the best chips and gravy in Australia. Kerry and Jack, magnificent. They do an awesome job. And we caught up with Will and Drew yesterday. We'll recap that interview with the Port Adelaide superstar.
3YB FM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Bade Ness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
Pure Stream AV is your local audiovisual expert across Warrnambool and Southwest Victoria. Delivering professional live streaming, event production and AV support you can rely on. From weddings and school performances to sports and community events, we handle the tech so you don't have to. Just need the gear? We also offer flexible AV hire with reliable equipment ready when you are. Pure Stream AV, local, professional and ready to help your event shine. Call us today.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for gift, time for me, love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman. Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
This autumn at Pearson's Nursery in Allensford, you'll find a stunning selection of vibrant, locally grown annuals and perennials. It's easy to see why Pearson's Nursery is one of the Southwest's best kept secrets. Visit Pearson's Nursery, Crowers Road, Allensford, and discover the difference.
If I want to buy that house, I'll need a conveyancer. I should get online and...
In 200 metres, take the third exit onto Liebig Street.
I didn't turn on my GPS. Okay, I'm turning right.
In 100 metres, your destination will be on the left.
On the left.
You have arrived at your destination.
Southwest Conveyancing, but... Oh, well, that makes sense.
Take the hints to get you on the right path to buying your home. Contact the Warrnambool office or southwestconveyancing.com.au.
Bade Ness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Bade Ness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Delicious meals, kids' playroom, function room, big screen TV, sports, live music, courtesy bus. Rafford East Haven has something for the whole family. Become a Hump member for special discounts at the Thirsty Camel drive-through bottle shop. Whatever the occasion, make it memorable at Rafford East Haven.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Need something welded or fabricated? See Warrnambool Sheet Metal. Commercial kitchens, benches, exhaust and new canopies, handrails, gates, mailboxes and toolboxes. There's not much Warrnambool Sheet Metal can't do. Braithwaite Street.
Hampton League Live.
For McDonald's, Warrnambool Eastern Central, MGA Insurance, the Hampton Vet Clinic and Lucas Brothers Butchers.
94.5 3YB FM.
This is the halftime show thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar in Terang. Warrnambool taking on Portland in the elimination final, and the Blues doing the job by 33 points at halftime. Yesterday, ahead of the South and Koroit qualifying final, the Hampton League Live boys caught up with Willem Drew, the star from Koroit, and of course Port Adelaide as well, to catch up with him at the end of the power season.
An emotional last game with Travis Fake and of course your coach that you've had, Kenny Hinkley, mate. It must be a sad thing, but something to look forward to with Josh Carr coming in. So Kenny's been a great man he's just a great man for football, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's a terrific bloke, and so he's such a great mentor to learn off, and pretty emotional scenes there that last game. Obviously with Trav, who's a superstar and an all-time great for the club, and then Kenny as well. So them two walking off together, pretty emotional and pretty disappointing year, but it was a good way to finish.
Hey, Drewy, I mean, there's a lot of comings and goings in footy clubs now in terms of, your personnel and stuff. There's been a lot said about Zach Butters. I reckon he'd be a brilliant teammate to have, just the way he goes about his footy. I think you'd enjoy that. But a lot said about him maybe heading to Victoria or whatever. Is there much internally that's sort of is spoken about or thought about, even, Drew, when his name comes up?
Yeah, obviously he's a local sort of Darley boy down there in Victoria, so I think there's always going to be that sort of pull from home, but not a lot gets said, I suppose, between the players and the change room, that sort of stuff. But a fair bit of it comes down to sort of family reasons or contract money. There's a fair bit that goes into it, but he's a absolute superstar, terrific bloke, and I hope he sticks around. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. And mate, your games this year, mate, you played 23 games, mate, average 18 disposals, 4 score involvements a game, mate, so you'd have to be fairly happy with that.
Yeah, I think I was maybe a little bit inconsistent this year, but overall, happy to play every game. The body got through, and I suppose just a disappointing season from a team perspective. And we're looking forward to get back into pre-season and have another crack.
Hey, Drew, you're often cast into that role of tagger, of course, and do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy the challenge of some of the players that you have to, meet up with on
and good
just,
players
just about every week? Yeah,
good players,
absolutely.
Yeah, it is. It's always a good challenge, I suppose, going up against the best mids in the comp. But I suppose for me, it's more sort of around, just playing my role and helping the team in whatever way I can, and whatever sort of keeps getting me games is the way I sort of look at it. So happy to sort of just do whatever needed.
On the back of that, because you do see them up close and personal, who's the toughest, you reckon?
I think probably the Bond's probably one of the toughest I've played on. Just his size, how smart he is, how much he gets the ball and how much the teammates look for him as well. So he's always a tough one to stop.
Drew, you've obviously played against them all. We've seen a couple of cracking games so far. We've got a couple of rippers, I reckon, still to come this weekend. Who do you think from here is going to be the toughest to beat, mate?
I think probably Geelong. I think we played them down in Geelong and they absolutely smashed us, and just the way they moved the ball, and I think looking at last night as well, just the way they play as a team, and they didn't really have a lot of high disposal getters, but they have a lot of impact players, and so they're probably the team that I think will win it. But I'm probably looking to go for Brisbane, just with Huey McCluggage, Jared Berry, two sort of close mates, so hopefully they can go back to back.
And just give us a bit of an insight into Kenny Hinkley. Obviously he's coached down here at this ground we're at today, the DC Farron Oval. I remember him running around here, cleaning a few up and elbowing a few and giving a few a little bit of a how do you do back in the day. he looked like the last, in particular, back half of the year, like the pressure valve was kind of just released and he was just enjoying it.
Yeah, I think probably for the last few years he's probably had to deal with a fair bit of sort of outside noise about his sort of coaching and what the club's going to do. But yeah, I've absolutely loved my time with Kenny. I think he's probably the most competitive person I've ever met. Whether that's playing table tennis, absolutely anything. He just loves winning and competing, and he's had a great connection with so many players over the years, and just a terrific person to have and to have learnt off as well.
And mate, you had a couple of home prelim finals, mate, that they were pretty close games, mate, so you could have been to the big dance, mate, but Kenny's tenure there was pretty good. Made finals a fair few times.
Yeah, we did. I think his winning percentage or something like that is up there with some of the best. So yeah, look, he's had a great career, and I'm not too sure what's next for him, but no doubt he'll be in footy, and yeah, I'm sure he'll keep wanting to sort of be around the sport because he loves it so much.
Do you reckon he'll stay in Adelaide or get a shift somewhere, mate? Or
I'm not too sure. I doubt he'll probably stay in Adelaide, but yeah, I'm not exactly too sure. I haven't really heard too much at all either, so I'm sure something will pop up.
Hey, Drewy, if you're a racehorse, the pedigree page is pretty good, both on the sire and the dame side with mum and dad, both very talented and as sports people. But I played a bit of footy with your dad at both South Warrnambool and out at Deakin. But got any memories as a kid of dad running around?
No, not really that I can remember. I've heard a few stories over the years and whatnot. But,
very funny man.
Yes, no, he reminds me every now and then of a few stories, so yeah, it's always good to hear them.
Good on you, mate.
Where's the footy trip, Drewy?
Yeah, that's just what I was going to ask him.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah, about 10 of us went over to Bali last week. We had a few nights over there, which was pretty solid, and yeah, just having a nice relaxing weekend. So it's good.
That's why we couldn't get you last week, big fella, I'd say, on Hammond League Live, which good on you. Love it, mate. Hey, good on you, mate. Well done, another magnificent year, and yeah, have a rest now and gear up, and you'll be tuning in this afternoon, mate, on the Streamer app, watching your beloved Croyd Saints.
Absolutely, appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
3YBFM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast
3YBFM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
G'day, Luke Williams here. At Luke Williams Real Estate, competition is in our nature. Per team member, we sell more properties than anyone else. We're not the biggest, but we are the busiest. Luke Williams Real Estate. Let's kick some winning goals together this season.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Need insurance? See MGA Insurance Group. Great service, expert advice and competitive premiums for farmers, business owners and transport operators. Call Dennis and Gareth Morgan and Glenn Skilbeck, 55596 200.
The Flying Horse is more than just a pub. It's the perfect spot to kick back with friends or family. Indulge in a delicious meal from the new menu and wood-fired kitchen. Celebrate in one of their multiple function rooms. Catch up with mates in the sports bar or TAB. Grab a slab from the Thirsty Camel bottle shop. There's even a courtesy bus. Plus, don't miss Locals Night every Thursday night with food and drink specials, live music and more. For the perfect venue, it's got to be the Flying Horse, of course.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop. Open up the shop, time for gift, time for me, love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
Badeness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Hampton League Live.
For Sungold, fresh local milk. Ponting's Mitre 10, Harvey Norman Warrnambool and Madden's Lawyers.
94.5 3YB FM.
All thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar in Terang, Jack and Kerry Crawley, and they do everything in regards to burgers, fast food, even the salad rolls, Chico rolls, spring rolls, and as I said, the best chips and gravy in Australia. They are sensational. Players just getting back onto the ground here for second half action. It's a 33-point lead to the Warrnambool Blues here at half-time. The ground hasn't dried out much in that little break, boys. We're just talking about it. Like, you can be a bit unlucky, can't you? You know, like weather gods and stuff, and you come out here today, you're playing an elimination final. Unfortunately, you kind of can't turn on this ground at all, can you?
Yeah, look, I think Chris McLaren spoke about it yesterday. It's that you play all year for finals, and they had a great day yesterday, but it was obviously a bit breezy, which you can get in September. So, yeah, look, it's a little bit disappointing, and you know, especially with you've had 2 games on it previously. If it was again, there had been no games, which obviously there's going to be because we're not the AFL, but there were no games, it might have been all right. But yeah, it's really heavy at the moment, and look, it'll be interesting to see what Portland do. Like, this is it, really. I feel like the wind is, if it's you have to go, it's definitely favouring the Murray Goulburn end, but certainly not straight down the middle. But they have to do something pretty quickly, you'd think. So we'd have to be within 20 points, you'd reckon, at three-quarter time.
They need a freaky 10-goal quarter or something, don't they? You know, like, which I don't think's going to happen.
Well, I don't think so. Look, number one, I think they need to make sure they've got even numbers forward of the ball from. You can't have Jackson Bell or Sam Cowling sitting there. You can roll as many players as up you want and win around the middle of the ground, but you've got to score. So it'll be interesting to see whether they just actually play with 6 forwards. You know, does Jay Moody, who was made his name before he went away as a forward, does he go forward for him? And but you know, middle of the ground, I thought Burns gave him a little bit when he went in there, but yeah, they've got to do something pretty quickly, or it's going to be season over.
Boys, first look at the quaddie at Bendigo. We're reinvesting today for cerebral palsy. Chris Evans and the team, well done. And yeah, that's what we got yesterday out of the quaddie. So first leg 3, 6, 10, 12 and 14 at Bendigo. They're about to jump, so 3, 8. My eyesight's going 3, 8, 10, 12 and 14. 3, 8, 10, 12, 14. First leg of the quad. Let's get our third quarter underway. Poss, and you pulled out the binoculars.
Yes, and you need him on that far outer side, Matty, but here we go. And it is Tom Burns in the ruck to start this third quarter for Portland. He won a couple of possessions. Come out little Jackie Walsh. Good kick, spots up a teammate. The handball over the top was good. A kick off the ground was by Joshy Edwards, and fortuitously falls into the lap of Toby Jennings. So Jennings goes to the top of the goal square. This could be a quick start because it's beaten the back and it's gone through for a goal. It absolutely beat everybody. And the wind, Wigsy, as it passed everyone's hands, just gradually brought it back and it skidded through for a goal. So the first goal to the Tigers in this third quarter, and it's taken them 40 seconds, as it did in that second quarter.
Yeah, absolutely, Poss. So almost like second quarter-ish. They ran, they linked up, got that handball over the top, and then and Toby Jennings, I think he was surprised it went through as well. So it just sort of kept going. So. So really good start for Portland.
Great start. So they go on to 3-1-19, 7-4-46 the Blues. So again, they're trying stuff. That's good because Burns is in the ruck. Here's a chance for him to go forward again. Good kick, good mark too by Joshy Edwards. So who's involved in that last goal? They're going forward again. Long kick. Getting back and judging it better than anyone else though was Sammy Cowling, and he'll relieve off halfback.
He's been the Rock of Gibraltar back there. Moo Cowling this afternoon. High up and under. Radley's the target. Good fist away. That time by Willie Hunter. Jackson gets the handball back to Sharp. It's actually Walsh, I should say. Jackie Walsh in the long sleeve. Kicked a nice goal in the second quarter for the Portland Tigers.
They push Ben Malcolm forward, so Tom Burns is rucking. Don't mind that. He'll give him a bit around the ground, and I think they're trying to make Cowling accountable.
At least a 6-6 weeks.
Yeah, you're right, mate. And it is that, as long as they keep it like that.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, boys. So a little quick kick comes out. And happy to see the ball go across the line is Joshy Edwards, the veteran, been a great player for the Portland Tigers for a long time, Poss.
He has, so boundary throw in, bathed in sunshine Victoria Park, Koroit here today, so in front is Burns. He's been good, been really good to start this quarter. His kick, and that's a nice diving mark too. So Tanner Lovell was the kicker there. Joshy Edwards took a terrific mark, got it back into little Walsh. Oh, he'd be disappointed with that because he's landed it straight onto the chest of little Jai Turlin.
The OG for mine of the third half, boys.
Yes,
been one of the Blues' best today, that's for sure, Tilt. So Turlin, gee, that held up in the wind. And getting a fist to it there was Lovell. Wasn't enough to get the Blues off their game, but it comes out. The handball was good from Moody to Walsh. So Walsh again down the line. Chance, here's a go. Here's a real good go here for Jackson if he can pick it up, but he can't. Little toe poke. Chipping in for the Blues is Reggie Mast. He's in trouble, Reggie, because he's been pinged for holding the ball.
You wouldn't believe it, boys. We're out of the quarter first league.
And the free kick.
Holy push.
This is going to be taken by Cody Jones.
Doesn't matter if it's Saturday or Sunday, Stewie.
Jones is
At least you're consistent.
I think we had 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 horses, boys. The $34 pop's got us up. Paul Pruska.
Well, there's about 6 or 10 players around this ball, and there's been a free kick pulled out of this. It's going to Portland. So they've started with some real aggression. And this is Tanner Lovell.
He's played well, this guy.
Fantastic, hasn't he?
Terrific.
Probably Portland's best, Wizzy.
Probably if you think it started at that Norfolk Island Pine, or the big Bega sign, and let the wind bring it back.
That's about where he's got to put it. There's no doubt about that, Week. So he comes in right behind this. We are. Lovell's kid's gone exactly there. It hasn't got the carry, though. It's dropped into the goal square. First to recover. That was a beautiful handball by Radley. He got it out, but it's coming back because a good mark's been taken out there by Jemison Ballantyne.
He's got into the game a bit after half-time.
Got it to Moody. Moody's kick, he didn't give that enough purchase to the left.
He's handballed that every time he's got. I just wonder whether he's struggling to kick the ball. Tildy, just keep an eye on that. Or is he a great handball?
No, well, I think he is too, Wiggsy, but I think he might be carrying a lower leg injury.
No, he can't. Look at him. He's really sore. He's been jabbed up, I'd say, in that ankle. He's trying to lift, though, and he's having a crack, and good on him for being out there, that is for sure. The Blues with a bit of transition football. Walters, handball just misses the target that time. Over the top, Malcolm now for Portland. He gets the handball further afield. Got a running Edwards, that's Josh. Gets it further afield to Moody. A little bit of overlap football. Moody now. Jeffy going in the pockets. And what's up, Jeff? He's got every chance. What's happened? Free
what's
kick.
happened
He's
here?
reversed it and a free kick for a bit of lip and a 50. So Jeffy was getting a banana one from the boundary, which I would have had him in $1.05 to kick. And now
that might be a big moment in this game.
What was it for there, Tim?
What Portland players sort of felt he was infringed with, and I don't know, mate. Didn't look to be a lot in it, but it's hard to say if you're not out there, Poss.
Chip kick over. They got it again. They got another opportunity. This time it's Lovell, who's been magnificent. Jeffy's calling for it long again in that pocket. He wants another crack at it, Jeffy. But no, the Blues not falling for that one, and Radley goes back and takes a nice mark. That was Finn.
Yeah, so Finn Radley, both Radley boys have been good. They've had one of each end. It's called to play on now. So his kick just goes straight up in the air. Piergross is in the van for Portland, but he couldn't mark it. Come out there towards Moody. Jai Turlin got in the road. A kick down the line is going to favour the Blues. Manane got on it. He couldn't control it. Morgan Morris could. Little grubber went down the line, and he'll follow up again, Morgan Morris, but he couldn't quite pick it up. Now's a chance for here's Manane. He'll give it back to Morgan Morris. He's got nowhere to kick it if he gets it, but he couldn't get it anyway. Now the stack's on the mill. The umpire will come in and ball it up. Ash Jennings, half forward flank, about 80 metres around from the Warrnambool goal. They lead 3-2, 27-4-46. We played 6 minutes on the Lee's contracting time clock. Solomon scoring a blind scoreboard.
Just keep an eye on Luke Cody, boys. He's got a bit of strapping on his left knee. I haven't
That in the
seen.
first quarter, Stewie, I think.
He's
a bit proppy.
He is a bit proppy, and he's going to be an important player if the Blues progress next week. So here you go, Portland again, into attack, good fierce. That was Jackson Bell. Jeez, he's been good, Dinger. He's a ripper. And he'll be featuring in the best players if we were to give it out right now, I reckon, boys.
In your team of the year, do you think, Stewie, you're under consideration?
Oh, it'd have to be, mate.
It's had a great year.
Team effort, Tilt, that team of the year. It is a full-on team effort. Only man that didn't show up was our great mate, Greggy Kelson. He must have had a car dealership shindig somewhere, I'd say.
Always a bit going on Tuesday night in Warrnambool.
Yeah, he won at the Annabelle Nisha was the water boy. Water lady.
So the ball in between the two coaches'
to be
boxes.
studied. Yep.
Dutchy Holland, he sends one high and deep. Van Beek kicks it off the ground. He goes Edwards. That's Jake taking high. Free kick, yes.
What happened to Dutchy's mullet?
No, he got rid of that and he umpired the junior finals over the last couple of weeks, Dutch. Kick goes forward. Malcolm's the target. He's pushing nice and deep. Turlin. Good play, little Jai. He's kicked a couple of goals today. Kicks around the body. That was a nice little deft touch there from Hunter to Moody to Edwards. Edwards taken late. Malcolm gathers well. Getting a hand in there was Steer, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Now, we started 6-6, and now it's not 6-6. So Warrnambool have dropped either pushed a couple of half forwards up in midfield, and their midfielders dropped back. But this is where Portland, and again you can see out here,
and Steer and Kel.
Yeah, they just need to keep evening up.
Tigers trail by 26 points. Boundary throw in. Nice tap by Malcolm. A little toe poke forward. Who's going to be first onto this or too high? And that'll be a free kick, little Austin Steer.
Because they've got a bit of momentum at the moment, Portland. You just got to capitalise.
Yeah, so little.
You don't want to be kicking it forward and getting repelled all the time.
No, he's a little bit slow to get up, but he was pretty courageous there. Won that free kick. So he's just on the defensive 50 for the Blues. So Steer, he's going to come down the line. There'll be a marking contest. Who's good enough? Reggie's in the van. He couldn't mark it. It fell to the back. Almost a push in the back. Yeah, said the umpire. He agreed. And the free kick will go to Portland. And Connor Peters, the recipient. So Peters try to bang the Tigers back into attack again. He's going short. That might have been touched off the boot. It didn't really matter anyway because it didn't carry. There's a holding the ball decision. No, umpire giving the benefit of the doubt. That was... pretty hot. He couldn't really get rid of that. So there'll be a ball up right in between the coaches' boxes here at Victoria Park Court this afternoon. Hampden League Live action elimination final. So a little bit of ping pong here. Who's going to get it? Manane's at hands and knees. Got a handball forward, but Stack's on the mill. And Ash Jennings said, "Give it to me, boys. I'll sort it out."
They're still cracking in Portland, aren't they?
Yeah, 100% they are. They haven't thrown the towel in.
Away. Like, what did we say? 20 points at three-quarter time. They're 26 down.
So here goes Portland, Warrnambool, I should say. Reggie Mast, he can't quite gather. Peters does. Coming through was Morgan Morris. That was good to Walters. Gets a quick kick forward. Great pick up there by Cody. Little banana kick goes forward. Radley goes back with a fight. Great mark under pressure. Now, this is where they haven't got a lot of numbers. It's Moody on Turlin forward, and then Portland have got 3v2. So he's happy just to hold up play here. Does it well. Radley, now high up and under. Coming through there was Reggie. He takes the ball, gets it to Manane. Manane now just kicks for space. Cody's got to take on a couple and a good mark. Will Hunter, this kid's been good.
Yep. Get out the other side.
So Willie Hunter sinks a slipper in, or it's going to come straight back. So he spots up Radley. No, he drops the mark. Jennings, that was clever. To Lovell. He's clever as well. What a year he's had. He goes back inboard to Lovell, his brother. A little bit of 1-2 action. It's like the Leyland brothers. But that kick was being cut off by Van Beek for the Warrnambool Blues, and they're going to launch again, Poss.
They will. Not to mention the Nankervis brothers. They were the original Leyland brothers. Liam Bidmade. Now he kicked a miraculous goal here in the first quarter. He might do it again. No, he goes short this time, but too much carry on it. And it went over the head of...
Good jukes by Proctor.
It was good by Proctor. So here they're going to run it out again here, Portland. Jackson. So they're attacking hard. Jackson, little dribbler, only went as far as Walters. If he can control it, he's right, he does. Put his team under a little bit of pressure. That was Carter. But they're good enough to recover. That's a good little fingertip or two by the Blues. It came back out to Bidmate again. Pumps it in forward. The spoil from behind was by Moody, was good. Now it's at ground level. Radley couldn't pick it up. They're on hands and knees. Oh, that might have been a little vicious tackle, but no, said the umpire.
I tell you what's happened with Portland. They just can't. Their kicks are just dropping a little bit short. It's playing right into the Blues where they're sitting, isn't it? If they can get it over that kind of bunch of Blues, but they just can't do it at the moment, can they?
No, they can't. So over the top went Burns for Portland, won the tap out. It's coming back inboard, though, for Warrnambool. Nice little pick up there. It might have been a throw, said the umpire. So it's going to be paid advantage to Portland. And that was Edwards, Jakey Edwards, but he's won it off half-back, and he'll relieve Dingabell.
Jackson Bell, he's absolutely, skills are immaculate in these conditions.
Can't leave him unattended across half-back, lads.
Yeah. Nah, unbelievable. Hey, good pick up there by Morgan. Gets a little banana kick, goes forward. Going to be cut off, though, by Moody. Moody's got a running Proctor. Ball sits up for him. Yes, it does. He handballs down the line. Walsh, little outside under kick. Good kick. Spots up Willie Hunter. So Hunter, he's got players on. Jeffy Garlett's calling it long. Cowling and Garlett, that's an interesting matchup. And good smother in the end on the mark. And Dutchy Holland, who's slotted the hat on because the sun's shining here now. And they will ball it up. Lights on out here at Victoria Park, Karoy. 2 new lights. Look magnificent. The Blues, they're 7-4-46. Portland 3-2-20 national tile scoreboard.
Yeah, so boundary throw in just outside 50 for the Warrnambool Blues. 7-4-46 haven't added to their halftime score. The Portland Tigers have with a goal, 3-2-20.
Happy Father's Day too, boys. I haven't mentioned that today. Happy Father's Day, boys.
Yeah, terrific. We do a great job.
We're working, mate, so it's fantastic.
Yeah. We do a great job. But here's little Walsh at ground level. His handball went out. And nobody's really going anywhere. And there'll be a ball up. Huppets was the last one to get up. It's battled hard, the coach today. 3-2-20, 7-4-46. The Blues are in control. 13 and a half minutes least contracting time clock. Up they go. Burns. It's been good in the ruck. Huppets at ground level. Got a little handball out. Good enough, though, but Walters got it. Walters went down the line up. They went. Walsh almost took that mark, and it's going to go over the line out of bounds now, just adjacent to the scoreboard. It's 3-2-20. That's the Tigers. 7-4-46. The Blues.
So I feel here like Tom Sharp, and he's coming off the ground now. They need to get him into the game. Maybe push him up a little bit higher. Ball's never going to get to him, and again, especially with Cowling, Steer, those guys are free.
You see he's a bit frustrated too. He's a bit flat. Isn't he, Tilt, down there?
Yeah, he is, mate. He is. And, they look up here and Cowling's by himself here again.
And Huppets knew that, so he tried to go short, low. He tripped over. He eventually got it. He did pretty well there at the end. This is Piergross down the line. It had too much of a leg spinner on there for Radley. Here's a chance now for the Tigers. Probably should have kicked that. He was free.
Ballantyne.
That was Ballantyne.
I don't think he can kick.
No, he probably can't. This will go out in the full, or Huppets will mark it. That's the latter, and Huppets right in front of his own coach's box here at Croydon this afternoon. Bathed in sunshine. We've been lucky with rain, but not with the condition of the ground, and this will go out of bounds. It will eventually punched over the line. There'll be a boundary throw in just in the attacking half for the Portland Tigers.
So we've got another boundary throw in. Dutchy Holland, he's earning his paycheck this afternoon, that is for sure. So halfway through this third quarter, Portland's still cracking in, make no mistake about it. Just doesn't get much depth on that one. Van Beek just heads the boundary line. They're looking for deliberate, be a brave umpire to pay that today.
So here Portland have got 3 free players behind the ball here.
Push up to the contest,
absolutely. Push up, push forward, give them one-on-one, give them a chance to, again, kick it inside their forward
pointless,
line.
isn't it? Just go and push up and make it an even contest.
Especially when you're 4 down.
Yeah, absolutely. And kicking, we think, with a bit of a breeze.
So Hubbard's kick was smothered there. Geez, he's tried hard. Oh, could have got a free kick, and does.
Good umpiring by the second umpire.
Really, that was Ash Jennings who come in. He's 50 metres away. Hubbard's a sore too because that was a heavy hit. And it might have just been out of view of the other ump, but he's slow to get up, Lockie Hubbard's. I tell you what, you cannot fault his endeavour and his attack on the football this afternoon. He's tried everything to get his Portland Tigers back into this contest. So kicks to a big pack of players. There was an early fly there. That was like real early. And the ball goes out of bounds. So the scoreboard reads 7-4-46 Warrnambool, 3-2-20 Portland. Blues kicking with a wind in the last quarter, which is coming up. Posh.
It is indeed. And, well, we've probably got about 13 or 14 minutes to play in this third quarter. It's a holding the ball decision here. This is going to go to Warrnambool, and it'll be Walters.
Played well.
He has.
One of their best.
Especially after missing a couple. So Walters, centre half back, he'll kick to this wing. Up they go. Pierre-Gross was there for Portland, couldn't mark it. Really well done at ground level there. That was good by Portland, and it's grabbed and kicked out by Cade Lovell, but it'll go over the line and out of bounds.
Tildy, do you feel like the other side of the ground's the attacking side of the ground?
I do, mate. I was just about to say, this is playing in the Blues' hands, being locked over the side of the ground. You see Walters there, he was quite happy just to kick out the defensive side.
So boundary throw.
I'd like to see one Portland bloke go and stand through centre half forward.
I think just kick it. Like, you got nothing to lose now. You need to just, kick it in the middle, square up into the middle. Even just kick it on the 45, but just try and get it even corridor a bit. Doesn't have to be right out the other side. But
it's hard getting a clearance out of this glue pot. Oh, that was a dangerous tackle there on Morgan. Oh, a little bit of how do you do, the boys. So
it was actually Dwyer and Hubbard, so they're the two that clashed a little bit.
Boys,
I think it might have been a little bit of a, I'll give you one back here, and the boys keen to know each other, and I think they
might have
Lowe's out the back. He's not happy with the attention, and a little bit going on here in this elimination final all of a sudden. Temper's getting a bit frayed.
I'm not quite sure who you'd know who was grabbing who down there, Tilt. They're all covered in mud, but
I was just thinking, do they take the stats for the finals? Because I wouldn't like to be going through this game on video trying to figure out who's done what.
Moody nearly took an absolute screamer in these conditions. Morgan Morris gets a kick forward for the Blues. Cody on the end of it, good kick in the end. Plays on quickly to Mast. He's got no one to kick to, so he waits, squares it up to Bidmade. He's dangerous because if the ball hits a deck, he's got pace to burn. Bidmade kicks for grass. Proctor getting back. Oh, it's been a good duel, and well done by the big man. Good contest. And a good hit too there from Arts. That was good. Mast goes and gets it again. He handballs out looking for Radley. A little bit of soccer to himself. Pushes through the tackle. Gets the kick forward. Coming back. And Jay Moody's in Portland's best today too. He's
a bit of lightning out the back there, boys.
He's a bit of lightning.
Yes, out the factory, over top of the factory.
Over that way. It's gone then, Tilt. We're this side.
Because the boundary rider might be up very soon if that continues.
Well, the sun is shining where we are, but in the distance, you're right. But that is past us, heading towards
Mount Elephant,
North Warrnambool, as we speak. Bushfield. So Cowling, centre wing, high up and under from the Moo Man. Big fly at the back from Manane. Goes and gets it again. Just step through traffic there. Just look through it. Happy to see the ball go out of bounds, the Blues. So we've got 19 minutes gone in this third quarter. 7-4-46. Warrnambool, Portland 3-2-20. It's on the league contracting time clock. And we've got a quarter and about 10 minutes to play, boys.
So Dutchy Holland throws it in. It's going to be Malcolm back in the ruck for the Tigers. Wins the tap. Was good too to Huppets. He's under a little bit of pressure from Manane. He's paid holding the ball. And again, he's not happy, little Hupp. But the free kick's going to go to Dwyer. So Isaac Dwyer, his right footer. It's gone up in the air. We want a marking contest. They get one. Nicely roved at the bottom of the pack there by Jennings for Portland. Good kick down the line. Spilling the mark, but he recovered nicely. That was Burns, and he's hung on to. Well done, Sonny. He's earned himself a free kick there through persistence. Tommy Burns.
Not a bad player, Poss.
Good player, yep. Another one of those boys heading up to Darwin to play in the pre-season, in our off-season. So
Probably won't find a deck like this today, Poss.
I wouldn't have thought so, Jake. Joshy Edwards' kick wasn't great. They're screaming for holding the ball, the Portland faithful, but Ash Jennings having nothing to do with it, and he'll throw it up about 80 metres around from the Tigers' goal. They kicked the first and only score of this third quarter, but it's not enough. They need another couple. Huppert's tackle on Dwyer was good. Little toe poke. Oh, only went as far as Burns. He copped a heavy knock there. It comes back. Good kick. Nice kick too. That was a beautiful kick by Ubergang.
Keep going inboard, mate.
Yeah, just keep moving.
And he's
over
found
there.
Barbary. So this is Oscar Barbary. He's kicked to the top of the goal square. No crummers there, and uncontested at the back there was Radley. Now he gets it out to the runner, Ian Bidmate. He's got an absolute paddock. He might go for another touch now. He's going to go for a handball back to Steer, but he might get it back. No, he doesn't. Steer goes down the line. Probably not a great choice in the end, and a good park running back is Charlie Piergross, and he'll relieve for the Tigers.
He probably had Bidmate running back inboard there, Steer. He could have used again. Here's little Shy Turlin, little Cyril. Spots up a teammate, and that is Bidmate, Liam. He'll swing onto the left and play on here. Happy just to slow play it. Little chip dinky kick back to Turland. Bidmate runs for him again. So Turland, he's kicked a couple. Goes forward again. Big fist. Reading it well there was number 7 in Ubergang, the left footer. So he goes back on the right. And going back, taking a nice mark at the end there for the Blues. That was young Wells. He's been good. Kick just misses Weymouth. And taking a good mark in the end was Proctor. He's been rock solid in defence. He's had another good year. Handball, chain of handballs there, Malcolm. Kick to the wing. On the end of it was Cade Lovell. He's got runners running for him. Goes further afield to Ballantyne. That's Jamison. He can't kick. No.
He's crook.
Back to Lovell. Got a player in the pocket. That kick was magnificent from Cade Lovell. And take a nice mark at the end was Jennings, Toby. And if anyone can kick it, Toby can.
He likes doing freaky things, Toby. He's good at it.
Let's go to Toby from Melbourne, the old Bruce and Phil.
Where was Toby from? Newport. That's it.
Toby from Newport.
What did he tell a story about, Stewie?
The old anchovies tilt. Kick comes in. Oh! Just misses to the right and goes through for a minor score. So 3-3-21 Portland, 7-4-46 the Blues. That is on the National Tile scoreboard. Can't be long to play in this third quarter.
Hey, boys, have the Blues got triple captains, Walters, Bell, Turlin?
Yes.
Well, I reckon they're just about the 3 best players for the Blues today.
Yeah, they've been good.
Tildy, I just noticed, just keep an eye on Jay Moody down there for Koroit Farms. He came off, he's spitting a little bit of claret out of the mouth, so I'm not sure whether he copped one there. But meantime, the game goes on.
Going to get the ball now, Poss.
They are. So here's Moody. He's back on. Got it out to Piergross. Piergross's handball was good. Now it comes out towards Barbary. He's been pretty good this quarter, little Barbary. His kick's not bad either. Huppert's on the end of it. He's taken a mark. So Huppert's, he's certainly done his bit today. The coach, he's been terrific. Hasn't given up trying.
This Barbary. Is out of his range, isn't it?
You would have thought so. He'll have to kick it. Oh, he'll have to kick it 65 metres in the mud. Woogie, so if he kicks this, I think he can go down to Lucas's and grab his snags because he'll be the snag of the day.
I'll give you a 50-1, boys.
Now, this is where, though, little Jeffy Garlett probably should be standing at the top of the goal square because this is going to fall short. But I tell you what, he's given it a fair old ride. He's kicked the distance.
Oh,
we nearly spoke too soon. 3-4-22.
I opened it up for takers, but no one taking beyond.
Gamble responsibly.
Solomon's Flooring and Blind scoreboard, 3-4-22. Warrnambool 7-4-46. It's a 4-goal advantage, Adam Dow.
Poss, you just said that Jeffy needed to be at the bottom of the pack. He was on the pine,
well,
Jeffy.
He can't be at the top of the goal square when he's on the pine.
So here goes Daniel Jackson. Just pushes through traffic. Just misses the target with the ham. Oh, Cody! Gee whiz, that was a big hit. which I think it was legit. It was fair. Look, it was it was just front-on contact in the AFL. I think you'd be in trouble, but Hampton League with Trinity Hill and the boys, I think you'd probably get away with the boys. I don't know, but it was a big hit nonetheless.
Yeah, the ball. Was it a high fend-off?
That was the right thing to do, though, Portland. They're trying to shape back into the middle, which was, it just didn't miss the target, but they're going to have to take some risks, so they're going to get close to getting back in the game.
They're liking the Toby call too, boys. Very, very funny joke, that one.
Yes.
Does the rounds every time. Bruce and Phil never been the same since that. Good bit of ruck work there.
I think Toby was told to never call again, wasn't he?
Yeah, don't you ever call again. The old mid-to-dawn shift, and Rookie just tells me down the line he reckons Bruce and Phil, one of them might have fallen off the perch, so unfortunate. And their thoughts are with Bruce and Phil's family. I didn't realise that one of them no longer with us. They were icons for a long time.
Bit like Russell Coit.
He's still with us, isn't he, Russ?
Yeah, he is, yeah. But same type of show.
Yeah. Good man, Coity. Oh, could have been a push in the back. Umpire says no. That was good play. Kate Love, he's got some talent, the young kid.
Yes.
Goes inboard.
That's good.
Good mark. Edwards, this is good, real good. Back to Peters, who kicks for space. Foot race now. It's Huppets and Bell. Goes inboard. Good handball. Huppets to Edwards. Edwards goes further afield. Garlett just kicks off the ground in front of Carr. That's been a good duel. Oh, good play. Once again, Radley.
He's a good player.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's got to be in contention for Team of the Year too, boys.
He's in mine. I don't know if he was in yours.
That's the great Trent Hill's been sending me messages all day, Tilt, just saying, hey, listen.
Still. Okay.
He's been magnificent. So three-quarter time siren goes. And the Warrnambool Blues 7-4-46. They lead the Portland Tigers 3-4-22. National title scoreboard. The Blues didn't kick a score that quarter, did they? That score hasn't changed. So they did not score. So they'll be happy though. They'll go in. They'll kick with a win in this final quarter. And Portland, to be honest, Wigsy, Poss and Tilt, they got their backs against it here, haven't they?
Well, they have. They were you've sort of got. Again, because it's low-scoring game, you thought, oh, they just get another one. But you'd be thinking now it's probably, especially again, kicking a non-scoring end, probably too far gone. But they dominated inside 50s that quarter. What was it, 10-4 Portland's way. But they haven't been able to take enough marks. Sharp's probably getting frustrated. When the ball's in Warrnambool's forward line, he looks up and it's got to get through 3 or 4 Warrnambool players before it gets to him. So I don't know if Portland are going to go, okay, let's really roll the dice, push Moody. We've been talking about that, but Moody's been good back, but you got to score, so it's no good just saving goals now.
So three-quarter time here at boys. I just got confirmation both Bruce and Phil no longer with us. So
Bruce Mansfield,
yeah, Bruce,
Phil Brady.
Weren't they legends? Absolute icons on Radio Air. So both no longer with us. They had a long and distinguished radio career, and some of the other highlights was that Toby from Newport call. Unbelievable. So three-quarter time here. Let's take a break. Let's come back with final quarter action on your home of football netball 94.5 3YB FM.
3YB FM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Badeness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Karamat Road, Warrnambool.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
The world's #1 training method is at Warrnambool 24/7 Gym and Fitness. High altitude and oxygen training. Just add these to your training and feel the results. Find out more at Warrnambool 24/7 Gym and Fitness, Homemaker Centre, Warrnambool.
Dr. Xavier McKinnon here from the locally owned and operated Hampden Vet Clinic. We're now in Warrnambool and we're ready to look after your farm animals and available 24/7 if you need us. Pregnancy testing, lame cows, calf disbudding, we do it all.
Hampden Vet. Give them a call. They're good at what they do.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for gift, time for me, love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
If I want to buy that house, I'll need a conveyancer. I should get online and...
In 200 metres, take the third exit onto Liebig Street.
I didn't turn on my GPS. Okay, I'm turning right.
In 100 metres, your destination will be on the left.
On the left.
You have arrived at your destination.
Southwest Conveyancing, but... Oh, well, that makes sense.
Take the hint to get you on the right path to buying your home. Contact the Warrnambool office or southwestconveyancing.com.au.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. It's where the locals go and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings, we've got ya.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
Hampden League Live.
For Warrnambool Nissan, Flying Horse Bar and Brewery, Warrnambool Sheet Metal, Luke Williams Real Estate and Pearson's Nursery.
94.5 3YB FM.
Mitre 10, Harvey Norman Warrnambool and Madden's Lawyers.
94.5 3YB FM.
Yeah, welcome back to Hampden League Live and your Sunday afternoon elimination final. Stings a little bit going out of this one. Blues kicking with a breeze in the final quarter. They lead comfortably going into this last quarter and they look like they will march on and it sets up a tantalising encounter against the South Warrnambool Roosters. Do or die next Sunday, Wiggs, doesn't it?
At Camperdown.
At Camperdown, I believe. I'm pretty sure Hilly called that yesterday. So Saturday's at Portland and Sunday will be at Camperdown. And so that is where we will be heading at this stage unless things change.
Yeah. So, yeah, look, again, unless something goes drastically wrong here for Warrnambool, they'll be, I'm not sure whether last year will be mentioned.
Well, they were kicking not with it in the last quarter last year, so they're kicking with it this year, so they should not...
Well, we think it's kicking with it. It is definitely travelling further to the Murray-Goulburn end, so I don't know if Portland are going to do too much different. I don't think so. Looks like Moody's going back, so Warrnambool will just probably try and get through. They'll just grind it out and... probably just keep the ball this side of the ground, I'd say. A bit tight.
Do you take a couple of players off here, boy? Like, if 10 minutes into this quarter, a couple of your key players?
Well, I think if they can kick the first one here, Stewie, I think I wouldn't be surprised if Cody has a spell. Looks a bit proppy to me.
He does too. I thought the same in that third quarter there, Tilt.
Yep.
Looks a bit sore in that knee. So third full final quarter action, I should say, underway. And the first clearance is going to go to the Portland Tigers, Poss.
It is. It was by Malcolm. It come out to Ballantyne, who actually had a kick this time. Huppets leading in the race for the Tigers. They've kicked the first goal of the last 2 quarters, so they're a chance here again. That was Huppets, got a little handball out. Spinning out of trouble was Carter for the Blues, and he got a free kick in the process. And he'll go back and relieve off halfback for the Blues. Lights on here at Victoria Park, Karoit. So Carter's kick, nice purchase on it too, down to the wing position. Oh, nice mark, beautiful mark. And that might have been by Moody. He plays on quickly, which is what they need to do. It come across there towards Jackson. Jackson's kick was good. He found a teammate in Jakey Edwards. So Edwards goes short again, another good contested mark. And this time, Ballantyne again.
He's going to have to kick this time.
He is. He runs around the man of the mark, kicks to the top of the goal square. Malcolm's there, but he couldn't hang on to it. Now at ground level, kick out of the pack was by Joshy Edwards, but it didn't make the distance in the end. Oh, good, strong tackle applied. This might be holding the ball. No, said the umpire. Spills out, kick down the line, and it's gone over the line for a boundary throw-in. Or what's he? He's
gone out of bounds in the full.
Well, he's claiming it, but I don't think it has.
He didn't stick his arms out. The boundary umpire standing there to say, give it to me, boys, and let's have a ball in and get the game cranking here. Hasn't been a lot of highlights today, boys, in these tough conditions.
Angus Slow, mate, I think. Mark and goal.
Magnificent. Free kick's been plucked out. He's going to get a pull, and so they're going to go into attack again through Jackson. That's Daniel. Kick comes forward. Oh, Radley, Hilly's man. Fullback team of the year, boys. It's going to go to the press. It's going to go to the press this week. And the printing press I'm talking about. Need to have a discussion about this at the end of the game.
Well, it'll be a one-man discussion, won't it? You'll decide. No, he's played very well. He's a good player.
Oh, big fight at the back of the pack. Not to be. Handball comes out. Manane, is it? No, it's Bidmate. He's got pace to Burnley. Bidmate, hasn't he? He's a speedster. I think where he gets that because Jason wasn't overly lightning.
He's deceptively quick and runs on top of the ground.
He was a ball magnet, though, the old Jason.
He could play, Jace. Don't worry about that. It's my chairman of selectors back in 2005, Biddy. Called a spade, the big fella.
Doesn't need a bad golf ball either, too.
1 from 1, Stewie.
Straight in, straight out tilt. Last living premiership coach at Creek, I think, too. Just haven't won one since.
Give me my coin, I'm out of here.
Oh, yeah. And made a comeback and done a double pinger.
Still can't believe that. Here goes Jackson Bell. When you're talking Matthews Petroleum, boys, if his name is not mentioned, I'll be very, very surprised because he has been brilliant all day. So clean with the ball, isn't he? Like, even in these conditions. Amazing.
Yeah, so we've played just over 3 minutes on the Lee's contracting time clock. And the Solomon's Flooring and Blind scoreboard, 7-4-46 the Blues, Portland 3-4-22. Getting dark here at Victoria Park, Karoit 2. There's the boundary throw in the forward pocket. He's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go to
Turlin, I think, mate.
Yeah, the Blues and little Jai Turlin. Speaking of golf, he plays well too, the little fella.
He's had a consistent last 3 or 4 seasons, hasn't he?
He's a great player.
He'll polarise the mascot again, boys.
Well, I think the same thing, Stewie.
If you've won one before, you know you're a vote getter, so he could well win it again.
Do you reckon Jay Moody might be another one that'll poll well, I reckon?
Has he played enough games?
Yeah, only a few weeks. I think he missed a few.
Gee, that was a good mark by Radley. He's going to play on. Now, Bidmate's got it. We know he's got pace. Big left foot, raking left foot kick. If it goes over the back, Cody's going to get this. He'll run onto it, Cody, into an open goal, and he'll go bang.
And he was all right there, Tildy.
You can see it coming a mile away, and Cody gets his second of the afternoon, and the Blues 8. 8-4-52 on the Solomon's Flooring and Blind scoreboard, 3-4-22 Portland. You could just see that as the ball was in flight, what was going to happen there, Adam Dowie.
Yeah, he's played well, Ian Bidmate. Played the far side of the ground all day, and just short kicks when he needs to, long kicks when he has to as well. So, but again, Portland had probably had some repeat entries, but yeah, Jai Turlin had started. They got it out the other side of the ground, on the attacking side of the ground, and yeah, they've just been too good.
Well, the Blues are going to break the finals hoodoo too. They'd lost 9 out of their last 10, you boys were saying pre-game. And they're going to break that hoodoo today.
And they're a big chance next week, Stewie. Don't worry about that.
Well, the Roosters got a few sore boys too. It sits up at 10. How have they gone, these two teams, this year against each other?
A month ago.
Yeah. And I reckon the first time they played, I've got a funny feeling South won, but it was close.
Yeah, so the Blues are going to go in with a bit of confidence, that's for sure. So he goes Portland into attack again. Sharp's been starved of options all day. Oh, Radley's magnificent again. Finn kicks down for big Reggie. Started this game really well, Reg. Piergross runs himself into trouble and wrapped up in a strong tackle. That's young Morgan. Huey. They got a Morgan. They got a Morgan Morris. So umpire Lockheed balls it up again. Van Beek taps it to himself, gets the handball further afield. There's Dwyer, gets it back to Wells. Wells runs and carries the football now once again. Cody's a target, just kind of toe pokes it to himself. Lowe goes in. Proctor tackles. Hunter in there. He just kind of ushers the football out. Jackson gets back for the Portland Tigers. Moody just mops up so well, doesn't he? Oh, just got a late one there too. Kick comes out. This is dangerous because Bidmate, if he's got a bit of space in front of him. Wells mops up and butters up again. Lovell, that's Cade. To Edwards. Mask intercepts to Bidmate, to Dwyer. Runs to the 50-metre arc, high up and under. It's going to be a one-on-one contest. Cody, bouncing football, yes! It is a goal, and the Blues are home. And Zach Dwyer kicks one from 50, and some good body work from Luke Cody. And he runs straight to the bench, Zachy Dwyer. And the Blues, they are marching on to a first semi-final against their arch enemy, the Roosters, next week, Wiggs.
Yeah, look, Zach Dwyer, probably a pretty good inclusion from coming back. And when they were going well, he was going well too. Yeah, that was a good kick. I see Jackson Bell just came off, and you wonder whether that's it for Bell, whether he'll just sit there now and just get ready for next week. But it's just been wherever the ball's gone. Generally, Warrnambool probably been a little bit cleaner and probably just had more numbers.
Yeah, 7.5 minutes, final quarter. Hampden League live action here. Elimination final, and the Blues lead by 36 points, and they're going to go into attack again. But no, it's quelled, and that was a really, really good mark by Moody on hands and knees. So Jay Moody, I think he's going to saddle up again next year for the Tigers, which is great. Oh, that could have been too high, yes, said the umpire. The free kick's going to go to Piergross. So almost in the centre of Victoria Park here this afternoon. We've had no rain, but still heavy conditions. So Piergross's kick comes out wide to Ballantyne. You want to dish it off, he does. Gets it out to a teammate in Cade Lovell. His little kick wasn't great. Now they're under a little bit of pressure at ground level. Stacks on the mill. Nobody can really get any decisive purchase on the footy. And umpire Ash Jennings says, give it to me, boys. I'll throw it up. Just the attacking side for the Tigers. Sting's well and truly gone out of it. I think it's fair to say a 36-point deficit in these conditions is probably insurmountable. Jai Turlin's in there again, and he'll win himself a free kick. He's been under every pack
a little
today.
Bit frustrated.
He's a bit
boys.
sore too.
Hey, boys, camp now next week over. Who would that suit out of the two sides, South and Warrnambool?
I'd say probably nil or draw. South will draw on the bigger deck yesterday. Don't worry about that.
There's plenty of width in the oval of camp now.
Warrnambool are used to playing on a big deck, and they do push up well. So, yeah, it'll be a good game if we get a good week weather-wise, and hopefully we're not slopping around and stuff like we are today.
It was almost a mark there, I thought, to Jennings, but Jennings, the umpire, said no. So there'll be a ball up. 9 minutes gone for fourth quarter, elimination final. It appears to be all over for the Tigers for season 2025. They got off to a magnificent start to the year, tapered off a little bit and finished hard, but just not to be today. Well, there's a strong tackle. They're not going to go out, though, without having a crack. Here's Big Malcolm. Tried to get a handball out, but got to Manane, and he's taken it over the line out of bounds.
So the Blues marching on to a first semi-final, 9-4-58, Portland 3-4-22 national title scoreboard. Bexy and the crew. Lee contracting time clock. Van Beek over the back, well done by Cade Lovell. Gets the handball further afield, quick kick comes in, reading it well with Steer. He's rock solid. He moved forward against the Bloods last week and was really impressive. They started him across half back again today, though, the Blues. I think they've got that one up their sleeve for when things don't progress how they'd like. Fly at the back there from Morgan. Good body work there by Radley. That's this time it's Amon. Gets a quick kick forward. Foot race now. Moody and Weymouth. He does well, Moody. He just does well. Oh, he's under pressure. That was a good chase down tackle from Cody. Handball comes out. Yuba gang wrapped up in a strong tackle and holding the ball. And the Portland faithful downstairs not overly happy and pumped about that one. So ball goes inboard to Wells. Oh, downfield he's paid it to. I didn't think there was much in that, to be honest, but it was right in front of us. And anyway, Reggie Mars got the resultant free kick. So I think you're right, Wiggs. A few little frustrations sneaking in. Free kick's going to go against Angus Lowe here for a push. And Jackie Walsh will get the resultant free kick. Scotty Carter, it's the important kind of 10 or 15 minutes here. Just a few cool heads need to settle down, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Can't knock Portland's endeavour today. They've tried really hard. I think they were on the back foot early, weren't they? What was it? Yeah. 2 goals, 1 to no score for about the first 5 minutes of the game. So it's been a battle since then for them, but no stage where they've thrown the towel in.
They're trying to build again. Coming through the middle of the ground. Manane gathers to Turlin. To Wells, back to Manane. Good chain of handballs. Kick comes out further afield. That's a beautiful kick to Cody. He's got the leg here. He can kick this too.
Keep saying it, Stewie, but what a pick-up Manane's been.
He's been brilliant,
played
mate.
Well.
Good player.
Comes to the bench now and has a well-earned rest.
Hey, Tildy,
It was when he was 3 months old.
Jackson Bell, mate, does he look like they're probably going to...
Can't see Wiggsy at the moment.
Well, I think he just came off. He's fine. I just wonder whether they just...
I did watch him run off too, mate. He moved all right.
Yeah, whether they rest him for...
So Cody comes in, kicks on its way. He's kicked it nice, but I'll tell you what, it's just faded to the right. Goes through for a minor score. So Blues go to 9-5-59. They lead the Portland Tigers 3-4-22. That is on the National Tails scoreboard. Sting well and truly gone out of this one, boys.
Yeah, absolutely. So for Warrnambool, just conserve energy. I don't think they'll just put the cue in the rack a little bit. And I'm not. Yeah, I think if Portland will just be just try and keep cracking away, which they've done all day.
37 points is the deficit. It's locked in Warrnambool's forward line though. He's a handball. He's big. Dan Weymouth's going to have a ping, and it never come off the boot that well in terms of having a shot for goal, but it did good enough to hit. Angus Lowe.
Been good this kid today.
On the chest.
Good player.
It's been an important play for him over the last couple of years. So,
forward's a different role for him this year, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I thought he played. I reckon he's playing forward. He's been back a couple of times this year, but I reckon he played forward last year as well. But just gives him that sort of hybrid and bit of crunch and punch.
Shooting for his second in the afternoon. His first one was a ripper, and his second one goes straight over the umpire's hat. So the Blues go marching on, 43 points in front at the 13.5-minute mark of this last quarter action.
He doesn't mind these conditions either, boys.
Yeah,
loves it.
So Turlin and Cowling coming off to the bench here. So this will be interesting. Are they resting a couple of their guns here now?
Manane back on.
Older players too.
Yeah.
43 points on the Solomons Flooring and Blind scoreboard. 14 minutes gone on the Lee's contracting time clock. Elimination final action, Hampden League Live this afternoon. So the Blues, as they were unable to do last year, will go marching on to the first semi-final, and they'll take on the arch-enemy South Warrnambool next week for a first semi-final berth. And from now on, of course, from those two teams, it's lose and it's all over Red Rover. Malcolm Van Beek came over the top and got the tap down. Jumping on it was Huppets, but he couldn't clear the footy, and there'll be another ball up in the centre. So 14.5 minutes gone. We're probably tick over halfway in this last quarter. Malcolm again up against Van Beek. Malcolm got the tap down, came to Huppets. Little handball he tried to get to Jackson, but he couldn't get there. Now the stack's on the middle. It's going to be a free kick, is it, for Huppets? Yeah, in the back. So he's got Walsh wide. He uses him. So little Walsh, one of Portland's best today, no doubt about that. Gives it across to the Maskell medalist in Daniel Jackson, the skipper. So Jackson, he's going to come inboard. Good kick, back to Huppets. Certainly been one of Portland's probably best three. The coach, he's asking for 50, but The umpire said, no, up, you just go back and have your kick, my boy. He's going to go short again. It's not going to come off, or Dwyer dropped what he probably should have taken. Aggressive at the footy there was low, but it's come back to Portland. Good mark under pressure. No, said the umpire. Comes out towards little Jackie Walsh. He's going to be under pressure from Bidmade. No, in fact, it was Morgan. There's a handball. That might have been holding the ball. Good tackle. And Connor Peters for the Tigers will take a free kick. They're trying hard, Wiggsy. They're not giving in. That's one good thing.
Yeah, look, they've done this all day, and they're trying to square the ball up and take it off the line a little bit, which is good to see. So, but yeah, just been a little bit outclassed. Tried hard.
So Portland go into attack once again. Plenty of numbers around that contest. One of them was the big man, Big Benny Malcolm. Couldn't quite gather. Kick around the body comes from Lovell going back, taking nice mark. Geez, that was good hands in these conditions. And that's that man, Radley, again.
Radley, geez, he's in the votes too, I reckon.
He's played well.
That's Finn Radley we're talking about. They both played well, but Finn's been enormous down back.
Does he play on Bex next week, or does Cowling play on Bex?
Great call, Tildy.
Might depend where Bex plays, deep or up high.
And he did spend a lot of time in the ruck yesterday, Shannon Bex, which I think plays into opposition's hands because he's so dangerous as a forward. And Garlett, he played on Jeff. Oh, he's getting the Bronx cheers. Can't Bronx cheer a legend of the game. Come on. He was a gun.
And conducts himself well out here too.
He does. He's been brilliant for the Portland Tigers. I think he's committed again next year, boys.
Good.
Jeffy Garlett.
Well, I reckon he's ended up playing more games than he was going to this year.
Yeah.
I think he likes it.
Sam Kelly got through yesterday, boys, all right, did he?
Yeah, he got through all right, mate. But, yeah, I reckon, I would say, I reckon Radley might get first crack after today's performance on Bex, and they might try and, because Mood is good intercept marking and not having to play on the keys, I reckon. So, yeah, it's going to be a really good clash.
Bell's back out there, Wiggsy.
Yeah, I see that, mate.
Hey, just on Portland, Wiggsy, moving forward to next year, let's hope they can keep the majority of their list because they've made big inroads. What would you be looking at to try to recruit? What type of player?
That's a good question, Tildy. I look at their midfield and go, their midfield to me looks pretty strong.
Yeah, their ruckman's pretty strong.
Yep, I feel like that. Look, probably I'd be thinking maybe, I think Jake Wilson, again, they probably missed him, but I feel like a key forward. Yep. Key forward, possibly key defender. I reckon the defence is, maybe a little bit, can get exposed at times. So that's what I'll be thinking.
And in terms of their style of their footy, I enjoy the style of footy they play. I just think they probably just need to every now and then just control the tempo a little bit more.
Yeah, look, it's always sort of green light sort of footy. It's always really fast. So that might be something they'd look at over the summer. Look, it's obviously, I know they can't do much about it, but they started the season really, really strongly, and then you just they had that probably run of injuries, but also that fatigue factor in terms of travel. So, nothing you can do about that. But their under 18s obviously played in the finals. Their reserves won today, so
and having a shot
they're on the right
goal
track.
Too, having a shot at goal. This is Lovell. Has it got the carry? It hasn't. Oh, good mark in front.
Because I think there's talk, is it Harrison Jennings?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I reckon there's another couple.
He's a gun too.
Good player.
Yeah, he's a good player. So that they'll get back. But yeah, you feel like they need a big key forward.
And Benny Malcolm has just kicked a goal, so it's their fourth of the afternoon. 4-4-28. Now that is on the Solomon's Flooring and Blinds scoreboard. Good mark, good goal, and they haven't given in, but they trail the Warrnambool Footy Club 10-5-65, and we've just ticked into 20 minutes on the Lee's contracting time clock. Elimination final action here at Karoit this afternoon, Hampden League Live, and as I said, the Blues will go marching on, and the Tigers, well, they'll have a little bus trip home to Portland. I'm sure that they'll enjoy themselves because it's been a fairly consistent and, well, not a consistent season, but it's been a reasonably successful season, I reckon, for them.
Well, I agree.
You told you, so they didn't win a game last year.
Well, I think Hilly gave us a stat a couple of weeks ago that before the round one, they'd lost 33 games in a row. So it's a great story to play finals after that.
Yeah.
Rowan Marshall will be all right on his side, boys.
I reckon he might finish up with the Cats.
they got a lot of cotton on farms and that down there, haven't they? They get away with it.
The side that you said were the worst side in the 8.
Well, they haven't won it yet, Scott. There's still a few weeks to play.
They haven't, but there's a couple who aren't playing.
Yeah, correct, Tildy. Probably better than GWS, Freo.
We'll wait and see in a couple of weeks, boys. I'll eat my humble pie if they win it, but I
enjoy doing that.
I'm sticking fat that I don't think they can win it. They did get me just a little bit more across the line that they possibly could on Friday night when I saw them live, but I'm sticking with my first assertion, and I don't know.
Who was that?
I don't know.
He doesn't even know who's going to win.
No, do you know what? It's funny, boys. We had to pick for our my Palmerbet potty I do with Spider Everett. We had to pick our 8. Now they missed one team at the start of the year. In the 8 selection at the start of the year.
Who did you have in?
I think it was the Cats that I didn't have in there.
That'd be right.
Everyone else was a tick. We were having a bit of a laugh and a chuckle about that the other day. So the Cats might prove me wrong at Wigs.
Yeah, they're a pretty good side, mate. I think you've probably put your foot in your mouth there a little bit. But
I'm sticking with it.
Well, you said they were the worst side in the 8.
No,
so they don't have to win the grand final to...
No, I think the question was, who's the side that you don't think can... And I said, if there's one side in there, I don't think the Cats can. And
if they get to the grand final, they definitely can, mate, because they're either going to win or they're going to lose. So
Jaden Wells trying his best to get Warrnambool to the grand final. He kicked to the top. Oh, that's a snap out of the pack. It's gone up. Who's going to mark a good mark taken down there by Portland?
Moody, mate. He's been fantastic, Jay Moody. Like, he just reads the ball so well, doesn't he?
Probably need 2 of him, to be honest. Like,
how often do we see in the Hampden League, though? Like, the halfback flankers are the key players, aren't they? Because that's where all your run and carry comes from, doesn't it?
It's coming back.
Kevin Sheedy saying you put your most creative players on back flanks because they...
And your best kicks, I reckon. Yeah. Even a left footer back there is pretty good, I reckon, from time to time, too.
Will Hunter.
But you look at even Warrnambool, like moving Bell and Steer back there.
Good move.
Critical move. Chopper Lewis goes back for North Warrnambool. Was that you, Wiggs, that made that move?
Well, it was probably more Chopper. I think Chopper was going to pull the pin. I think he'd had enough of playing, and we had a discussion, and wow, it's
gone from there.
Yeah, reinvigorated his career. Yeah.
So he's a free kick to the Blues. He's going to get a big Dan Weymouth. Had a great battle today with...
How old's Weymouth, boys?
He'd have to be 36, I reckon, 37.
Good effort.
He played in an under-18 premiership with my lad Brad, which was... Brad's 38.
So he'd have to be similar.
So he'd be similar age at Warrnambool. That was a long time ago.
So...
Who's this having a...
I thought the ball went down there, to be honest. The kick comes in from Manane.
He's missed to the left and one behind. 10-6-66, 4-4-28 the Tigers.
So 4:47 too. She's a late little finish this afternoon, boys.
Overtime.
OT will be a quick wrap up.
Probably I was going to say, mate, a quick wrap up. We've got commitments.
Father's Day.
My kids haven't seen me.
Fish and chips tonight, the Kelly household.
Fish and chips tonight, Pos. I like it. We went for a bit of breakfast this morning.
I'll probably still have to pay though.
Yeah, I know. I was the same with that too this morning. Don't worry. There's no one delving into the pocket.
There's a good mark. Here he is again, Finney Radley. He's marked it up on the wing this time. He's kicked the centre half forward and behind his brother will mark it.
Gee, it was a good kick, wasn't it?
It's a great kick. So Amon goes wider. Up they go. It's in slow motion at the moment.
So it's so hard to turn around on this ground though today, isn't it? Like, you just can't move sideways.
This bloke's been sensational for Portland, 10 level.
Who's Matthews Petroleum, boys?
Oh, it's got to go to one of the Blues, doesn't it? Plenty of contenders they've got, haven't they? But little Jai Turlin, 2 goals.
Radley's been good. He is being good.
Over the 4 quarters, Wiggs, he's nearly been.
Just out. Yeah.
John's been good. You're right, Poss.
Yeah.
Bell's
been good. Walters.
There's a good marker.
Manane's been good.
Yep.
Wells.
Bid, mate. Yeah, Wells has been good too.
Piergross plays on. Got out to Huppets. He's been one of their best. Back to Piergross. Top of the goal square. Have we got a mark? Almost. And getting back. Well done by Carter. Forces the ball through for 1.
So who goes to Jack Dye next week? Is Sam Carter?
Oh, they played him deep yesterday, boys, so which was a good ploy.
That's where he'd be happy playing there, you'd reckon?
Yeah,
I think so, Wiggs. He can probably match him with his running ability too.
Going to be a key matchup because he's very good, Jack Dye, yesterday. I think they get fooled into writing the Roosters off either. They were right against a good side yesterday. They come back in the third quarter and really pushed the Saints. The Saints had to lift a bit.
So Trent Williamson done by the looks?
I think so. Is that what was coming out?
Archie Stevens, is that a wait and see?
I think it's a wait and see, Wiggs, and Dan Nicholson will be a wait and see too.
Stevens had been real crook though, Stewie. They left him on the ground.
Well, that's what I can't work out, to be honest. Like, but he was just, it's like he had a stinger on his shoulder, you know. Like he just couldn't compete. They moved him forward, you know, and then he copped a couple of heavy kind of tackles because he's one of those players he can't stay out of the play, you know. So I would imagine, like, you know, I don't know, can you jab up a shoulder and play on the weekend? I've never really had a shoulder, to be honest.
They could tape it. He doesn't take a lot of overhead marks, so they could.
He more backs his running ability in, doesn't he? He's a quality player.
Flying shot at goal, and he's put it through. It's a goal.
Jeez, that's a good
Morgan
goal.
Morris, I think.
Yep.
He's played well
Terrific
too, I reckon.
goal.
He's a real connector, gets up the ground.
Been good the last few weeks.
Yeah.
He's cemented a spot on the side. He used to be sort of in and out, didn't he?
So he's kicked Warrnambool's 11th, and they go on 11-6-72, leading the Portland Tigers 4-5-29, and we've played 26, almost 27 minutes in this last quarter on the Lee's contracting time clock. Solomon's Flooring and Blind scoreboard. It's been ticking over nicely for the Blues today, and down on the boundary line for B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions. They've just continued to play the game out, the Blues, haven't they, Tildy? And although not under a lot of pressure, but the Portland Tigers are trying to fight it out.
Well, I think it's everything they could have asked for today, Poss. They've got through injury 3, touchwood. There's only a couple of minutes to go, and they've been virtually in control for a long period of the game. So they've virtually won an elimination final stress-free to some degree.
It's a bit of heavy legs and they want it, you know. And just getting back to Archie Stevens, I think him and Nicholson have obviously been their prime movers through that midfield. So, you know, like if they do not get that input, you know, you're talking probably 50 possessions between them, aren't you? You know, Max Irving was good yesterday. You know, really stepped up to the plate. And it's just that ruck, you know, like whether they have to play. And he go the Blues again through Bidmate. He has got speed. The Blues, he just walked straight through, kicked another goal. Jeez, that was good.
Very good.
He's had a good year, this kid.
Tell you what, mate, he's probably going to be unlucky if he's not in the 3-2-1s either, I reckon.
Thought you were going to say team of the year as well, Wiggsy. We can't have a heap of them in there, mate. 12-6-78, the Blues. 4-5-29, the Tigers. Can't be long to play.
It's just what we say about him, Wiggsy. When he's got space in front of him, he's damaging.
He is, yeah.
He's definitely taking his game to a new level this year. Liam Bidmate, he's going to be an important player in the wide open spaces at Lura Oval next Sunday. What's the forecast? What's the weather forecast, boys?
Windy, I think. Long range.
Gee whiz.
Yours?
Have a bit of a look.
No, just having a bit of a look, bringing it up. It's been tough getting on the internet this afternoon. Ball back in the middle. So not long to play in this contest. And Portland's season, it will be over, but it's been a good season coming from where they come from.
Windy and 19s, Stewie.
Windy and 19s.
Which way's the wind coming from, Tildy? It'll be northerly, I reckon.
Give me a couple of secs. Yeah, 19 degrees, you'd think so.
Hey, saw a bit of your brickwork during the week too. Peter Umbers flicked it through to me.
Quality.
Pretty impressed, to be honest, Tilt. Hey, listen, there's the siren, and the Blues march on. And the Blues will push on to a final. And I just look over there, Tildy. I've got Cody and Mitchy Bidmate both got some ice on some injuries.
Yeah, I don't want to walk out on the ground, Mitch, so you're the closest player, mate. Enjoy that. Great effort coming back from Darwin for an elimination final victory.
Yeah, it was a good effort. I thought we played pretty well considering the conditions. Yeah, just sort of keep it at all costs.
Perfect, mate. Jordan Walder's back in the side, mate, after a bit of a wrist injury or something along those lines. Gee, he led from the front today as the co-captain.
Oh, shit, yeah. Yeah, Geordie's, to get him back, it's a massive boost for us, and inside, and he's just in and under. He barely, one-on-one, he's unstoppable in there, so it's good to get him back.
And I think an underrated player for you guys, number 32 at half-back, Finn Radley. Gee, mate, he very rarely lowers his colours. He's a quality player.
Yeah, I reckon he's, to be honest, I reckon he's probably one of the most improved this year. He's bloody unreal, barely drops a mark, and yeah, he can defend too, which is good.
And mate, last question. Next week, arch rival, Southern Deaf, South Warrnambool beat them a month ago, mate. Must be reasonably confident going in.
Yeah, well, South are a good team. I'm not sure where we'll be, but yeah, you got to back yourself in finals against anyone. So see what happens.
Perfect, mate. Thanks for your time. Good luck next week.
Mitchy bid mate downstairs, and Paddy Anderson must be in the family mix because he was having breakfast this morning with the bid mate boys. So they would have been just sizing each other up and seeing, and they might be able to take each other on in the first semi-final next week. So the Blues were too good today. They were awesome. 12-6, 78. Portland 4-5, 29. They get the job done. Portland bow out for season 2025. This is the post-game wrap, all thanks to Conquest Pools and Bojangles Pizza and Pasta. We are going to take a break. We'll come back, dissect, do some awards, go for our better players, take another break, and then we're going to wrap up what has been a huge Father's Day here from Victoria Park, Koroits.
3YB FM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.